really is a shame, because when you're living with chronic pain, you're vulnerable. And that's why so many people get tricked into buying unproven treatments. At Rejuvenex, we understand how you suffer, how you wait to get out of bed because you know the pain is coming. Chronic pain from osteoarthritis is a terrible thing. And that's why we use our proprietary, powerful, FDA-approved treatments to precisely target your affected areas, to provide cushion and lubrication that helps deliver long-lasting pain relief in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. I'm Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Pain Clinics. We're in-network with most major insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid. We can alleviate your pain, and that'll rejuvenate your life. It's pain relief, really.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
WTMJ is live at the Capco Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive at the Kasmeric Center for Human Performance in Grafton. And we're still accepting monetary donations. Anything you can give helps. Head to WTMJ.com and click on the Capco's Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive under the Features tab. Thank you for making a difference this holiday season. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
6 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. Friday, December 8th, our top story, a troubling trend of car chases in Milwaukee.
I'm Eric Bilstead, a troubling post from an alderman's wife.
I'm Brandon Snide. Indiana outpaces the Bucks in Vegas.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Everything's looking great out on the roads right now. Nice, quiet Friday morning for your ride this morning. That's your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. Storm team
forecast from TMJ4, clouds return today, but a high of 56 degrees, and then rain moving in late tonight, low down to 43. Your complete 5-day forecast coming up at 6:10. Right now we're at 46 degrees, and from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, 3 stolen car chases over the span of just 12 hours in Milwaukee. First one Wednesday evening, vehicle driving recklessly crashed into a daycare near 13th and Layton. Second, after 3 a.m. Thursday, MPD spotted a stolen vehicle, 91st and Silver Spring. They started chasing. That ended with 2 people being shot by police, 68th and Hampton. Then after 11 a.m. Thursday, UW-Milwaukee police began a chase. It was a vehicle suspected to have been stolen. The driver hit a bicyclist, was clipped by a vehicle, careened into 2 parked cars, and they all caught fire. The occupants of the stolen car fled and are still out there somewhere.
Milwaukee has reached nearly 6,000 stolen cars this year. That's a more than 20% decrease from 2022. But police chases have dramatically gone up, reaching more than 1,000. TMJ4's Sean Gallagher says the pursuit policy for Milwaukee police differs from that of UW-Milwaukee.
According to the department's standard operating procedures, they are only allowed to initiate a chase if the car is involved in a violent felony or presents a clear and immediate threat to safety of others. Milwaukee Police's policy goes even further, allowing officers to chase someone suspected of drug dealing or if they're involved in reckless driving.
One criticism of broad police chase policies is the risk to the public when chases get out of hand, such as ending in a big crash.
2 people died in a crash involving a semi in Sheboygan Falls Thursday. 67-year-old woman in a Jeep was on County Road J and stopped at the intersection with Highway 32. She continued into the path of a semi that was traveling in the other direction. The semi was being driven by a 26-year-old man from Denmark, Wisconsin. Woman and a 37-year-old passenger, both from Sheboygan, died of injuries. Authorities have not yet released their names.
The sentencing of Jessica Kershevsky is now delayed. This after another twist in the eyedrop murder case.
Even though it means that this sentencing hearing must be adjourned.
Waukesha County Circuit Court Judge Jennifer Doro granting the motion filed by Kershevsky's attorneys.
Motions to withdraw.
Including defense attorney Pablo Galaviz.
They looked at the filing by the state, contacted the state bar ethics. Granted by them, they said I should withdraw the case.
That filing was a 37-page letter, the prosecution says, is a set of instructions from Kershevsky asking a friend to fake evidence. She denies writing it. Doro says she wants a thorough investigation and has scheduled a hearing for Kershevsky in January to review the status of her new lawyers. Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Kershevsky was convicted of killing a friend using eye drops.
Milwaukee Alderman Bob Bauman distancing himself from comments made by his wife, Tammy Bansimer, on social media. They were critical of the black population in Alderman Bauman's district. Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports Bansimer directed the comments at Rehanyo Boynes, who is running against Bauman in next year's aldermanic election. Bansimer had said that the white population in the district has been living in fear of being shot Among other things, Bauman has represented the District 4 since 2004, which encompasses parts of downtown and the city's near west side.
A rocket attack at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. ABC's Inez de la Caterza oversees.
The attack is believed to have been carried out by militias in Iraq, backed by Iran. No group immediately claimed responsibility. This comes as Muslim militias have been launching attacks against U.S. forces on military bases in Iraq and Syria since the Israel-Hamas war. The Iraqi prime minister now directing security agencies to pursue the perpetrators.
There were no casualties reported in the attack.
Coming up, a big name on the move in the world of golf, citing Unlimited. WTMJ News Time 6:04.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scafidi for Omaha Steaks and omahasteaks.com. You want to be the person everyone says, oh my goodness, gives the best gifts. How about this one? The gift of Omaha Steaks. Send it to a friend, family member. I've done this. You'll never forget their smile when the next time you see them, they say, oh my goodness, that was amazing. It's a favorite memory. Omaha Steaks is perfect for the holidays. The holidays are here. Take the guesswork out of that shopping. Go to omahasteaks.com. Save 50% off site-wide. Plus, use our promo code WTMJ. Get an additional $30 off your order. Juicy butcher's cut filet mignons, gourmet jumbo franks, even easy to prepare meals that are ready in a flash. With Omaha Steaks, the possibilities are endless. Offer won't last long. We're ready to ship your order right away, so shop early, beat the shopping rush. Go to omahasteaks.com, use promo code WTMJ, $30 off your order. A gift from the heart. Visit omahasteaks.com, enter the promo code WTMJ, get an extra $30 off your order. Make your holiday. Minimum order may be required.
Honey, you're dusting again?
I can't keep up. It's crazy.
I don't want you to have to do that.
I hate it so much.
We need to call Capital.
What do?
They clean your ducts with high-powered trucks.
That cuts the dust?
Cuts the dust.
Because our air is only going to get worse.
Now that our windows are closed for the season, yeah.
And the holidays are coming.
We don't want everybody sneezing all over the place. I'll call them.
Already got it.
Oh.
Yeah, Capital, please save us.
Our duct cleaning technicians are standing by
to get you ready for the holidays
and save you time and trouble. And kerosene. That's right. Cut the dust
and breathe cleaner air.
Capital does over 1,000 duct cleanings every year.
Yeah, now is the perfect time to get your ducts clean
before Capital's holiday rush starts.
Let Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric save your holidays and clean your ducts today. Schedule online at callcapitalcares.com.
Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life. Brands from Carhartt to Milwaukee to Purina to Goodyear to Rapala to Levi's and a whole lot more. In-store or online, check out all the brands Fleet Farm carries to help make your everyday life better.
Cited Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:07.
So where will the Milwaukee Bucks hang that in-season championship banner?
Whoops.
Well, we've got at least another year to worry about it. Brandon Snide has sports coming up at 6:15.
Some time to think about it. Updates on nationwide recalls for 2 fruit products. Several brands of applesauce linked to high levels of lead have been recalled. The Department of Health Services in the state says to dispose of any cinnamon applesauce puree pouches from Wanabana, Schnucks, and Weiss. The salmonella outbreak that has linked to cantaloupes has expanded now. That total case count now 230 people in more than half the states across the union, 38. An additional death has also been reported from Oregon. Now, the CDC continues advising people do not eat pre-cut cantaloupes from brands Malachita or Rudy.
The special counsel investigating the president's son is added to the charges against him with a new 9-count federal indictment alleging that over 4 years, Hunter Biden failed to pay $1.4 million owed to the IRS. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
The indictment contains a litany of tawdry details about Hunter Biden's proclivities at a time he was a self-admitted drug addict. But beyond specifying his payments to exotic dancers, porn sites, and even a sex club at a low point in his life, the indictment also paints the president's son as a sophisticated tax cheat, alleging that years after his drug use, he had his accountants categorize his past spending on debauchery as legitimate business expenses.
New charges come after the implosion of a plea deal over the summer that would have spared him jail time.
Masters champion Jon Rahm has left the PGA Tour to become part of the Saudi-funded Live Golf. This happens just 25 days before the deadline for the PGA Tour and Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund to finalize their agreement to become commercial partners. Senior writer at Golf Digest, Joel Beal, says Rahm's move could derail talks between the two.
Going after Jon Rahm is a bit of a negotiation tactic for them, but they look at it as an acceleration of the talks, that now the tour will have to come to agreement. many in the tour look at this as more of an act of war, and it could really kind of reignite the schism that's been plaguing the professional game for the past 2 years.
So Rahm says on Fox News that he's been happy with the PGA Tour, but that there are things that Live Golf has that he found enticing, which would mean probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, which I guess would entice anybody.
I admit, as a golf fan, I've been confused by this whole partnership thing, the agreement that is afoot with the PGA and Live. Like when Rahm announced he was going to Live, I'm like, I thought that was like over, with guys going here and guys going there, and which tour
I didn't think they were
on.
still doing that. Yeah,
I just haven't followed the politics of it. You know what I like about golf? Like actual golf. The politics of all this are exhausting.
No, thank you.
6:09 on Wisconsin's Morning News, sponsored by Annex Wealth Management's Money Talk. That's heard Saturdays at 10 right here on WTMJ.
Your wealth, your legacy, your taxes. Without a doubt, they've changed from where you started. Is your old financial plan keeping up? Markets change. Families change. Taxes absolutely change. Be ready for what's next with the Annex Wealth Management Tax Smart Strategy Review. It's the best place to start with Annex for investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning by a fee-only fiduciary. No high-pressure sales. No advice that's not in your best interest. Zero commissions. The Annex tax team will dig in deep with your current plan to see what might have been missed, what could be more efficient, and how you could prepare for changes in tax laws. From there, they'll share strategies that could safeguard your wealth, because chances are, as you've gained wealth, your tax pictures become much more complex. We call it the Tax Smart Review because we're not just looking for the lowest taxes today. We look into the future through retirement and determine the best tax path for you and your family. Take a proactive approach. Get an Annex Wealth Management Tax Smart Strategy Review. Visit annexwealth.com/taxsmart. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary. That's Annex Wealth Management.
Checking in with Debbie here at 6:10 this morning.
Yep, looking pretty good right now, Vince. Full freeway speeds around the whole area. Nothing major to tie up the ride. No incidents or anything like that, so we are in good shape. But if you do see something on the roads that we should know about, give us a call on the WTMJ Hall Mazda Milwaukee.com traffic tip line at 414-238-9329 and visit Hall Mazda during Mazda's Season of Inspiration. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. For your Friday, expect clouds returning across the area with breezy winds and high temperatures in the mid-50s. Rain develops late tonight with low temperatures in the lower 40s. Saturday will bring rain early, then mostly cloudy skies throughout the afternoon. Breezy winds and high temperatures in the 40s. Sunday, the cooler air returns, mostly cloudy. A few flurries possible in the morning with highs in the upper 30s. More sunshine by Monday with highs in the upper 30s. And then partly cloudy skies on Tuesday with highs near 40. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Right now, Milwaukee at 46 degrees.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
Coming up on 6:12, running on fumes. Eric and I were out almost till 8 o'clock last night. Woo!
Yeah, my goodness. Burning the midnight oil.
It's the annual event for Milwaukee Press Club, where they raise money for the scholarships they provide for young journalism students. And you go to the Press Club bar, the Newsroom Pub and Grill.
Yep, which is right near Safe House.
Yeah, and then folks throw in tips in the tip jar, and Eric and I tended bar for several minutes.
Yeah, they have a lot of quote-unquote celebrity bartenders, so you have short shifts, but that's okay.
I really credit that event with improving my beer pour. It was solid last night.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Hit the tap hard, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, ease up, and boom.
Saw a couple of people really butcher that yesterday.
Well, so Eric and I finish it, and strategically, we always pick the early shift, right? 5 o'clock, we'll be there. 5 o'clock, we'll hang out a little bit, and then we'll get going because we have the early hours.
Yeah.
It never works because then you're running into people and all that.
Start gathering, start talking.
Brandon, Eric and I finish our shift at the bar, right? Pouring solid beers. And then we switch out and they threw the next round of bartenders in there. And I saw the first couple she poured, and I'm like, nope, don't want one from her.
Not ordering from that.
Let me show you how it's done here. Slide over.
Let me just go back there and take care of that.
They always have a real bartender that helps you out a little bit, too, which is nice.
I feel bad for that guy. Sean's back there. Like, Sean, awful. Where's the... You got a wine order right off the bat. Where's the Cabernet?
And he's like, it's downstairs. He's running back and forth. I hear I'm just pushing things on the cash register. I don't think I'm supposed to take money out of there, but I did a couple of times.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Depends on what you do with it. It's fine depending on what you do with it. And then there's the whole mixed drinks. Like, if I'm mixing a drink, for me, it's going to look differently than probably the bar
Sure, of
wants, right?
course.
So how much?
What kind did you have to do?
Just your simple this and Coke.
Like rum and Coke?
But that makes
7
me
and
laugh,
7?
though, Debbie. Like, honestly,
Tito's
like,
and
why in
cranberry.
the world would you order a tequila sunrise from an amateur bartender? Like, what are you thinking?
To make you feel awkward. That's why.
All right, as long as you don't mind how it tastes.
That was part of the drill, and as long as you're throwing in the tip jar, I guess it's all good for
Sure,
Milwaukee
yeah.
Press Club. 6:14, Brandon's got sports coming up next. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano.
Greg Matzik, John Mercuri.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstad, and 'tis the season of giving.
Join WTMJ and Capco Metal Stamping for our Capco Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive this Saturday, December 9th.
There's still time to make monetary donations, and it's so easy. Just head to WTMJ.com, click the Capco's Kids to Kids banner, and donate whatever you can.
Every little bit helps. It's the Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive here on WTMJ. Here's something for all you guys who have not gotten your special someone that holiday gift yet, and we're getting down there to battle time here. It's Christmas, and it's Pajamagram, and they've got your back with the deluxe gift set for her. It's a one-and-done, luxurious present. It's one of the things I love about it. She'll like it, and it makes it super easy for you. The set includes the Smooth Seduction Satin Nightie and Robe, plus a free satin eye mask. All comes wrapped in an elegant satin keepsake, so it's keepsake bag, so it's super classy. It's 4 gifts delivered right to your door, ready to go under the tree. If you want them to wrap it for you, they'll do that too. And this set is silky, it's sensuous, it glides over the skin. It's designed to make her feel amazing and designed to appeal to you fellas as well. The Smooth Seduction Satin Gift Set is your ticket to a very nice winter season. So don't wait. Sometimes these sell out. You go to Pajamagram.com today. You get the Smooth Seduction Satin Nightie, the robe, the eye mask, and the keepsake bag. It's the Smooth Seduction Satin Gift Set at Pajamagram.com. Tell them Vince from WTMJ sent you there.
If you have breathing triangle issues like compromised nasal breathing and sleep, snoring, or even sleep apnea issues, a call to Advent makes sense. Because breathing well will help you live better.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The Milwaukee Bucks' luck runs out in Vegas as they fall to the Indiana Pacers in the semi-round of the NBA's inaugural in-season tournament. This one by a final of 128-119, eliminating them from playing for a championship on Saturday night. Giannis led the Bucks with 37 points and added 10 rebounds, but ultimately his team fell short.
The biggest thing I believe is that we gotta want it. You know, it's nobody's gonna give you nothing. Sometimes I feel like we expect just because we have great players out there that Tyrese Halliburton or Miles Turner or Naismith or Buddy Hill would just give us the game. Like, no, we have to be better. We have to go out there and take it.
Giannis shouldering some of the blame in the loss. Head coach Adrian Griffin also taking some of the blame. He shared some of his thoughts on the in-season tournament following the loss.
I think the tournament is good as far as, you're playing in, a high-stakes game. The media, the excitement around it has been great. I think we handled it well. Not the outcome that we wanted, but you can learn from these games and what we need to do to get better, and that's what it's about. Take the good, make our corrections, and then get ready for the next game.
The Bucks will have a couple of days off before they host Chicago on Monday night. The 6-6 Green Bay Packers are prepping for a trip out to the Big Apple to play the Giants on Monday Night Football. The Pack have won 3 straight games, and with the schedule softening up a little bit down the stretch, the preparation and approach will remain the same.
And we approach it the same way. Obviously, we take it 1 week at a time. We give all of our focus to whoever we got that week. And we give everybody respect. We don't doubt anybody or take a game off or anything like that. We give everybody respect and just take it that one game at a time. And our mindset is just to focus and go win.
Quarterback Jordan Love there following the team's practice on Thursday. The Pack did get some good news. Running back Aaron Jones and cornerback Jair Alexander returning to the practice field. However, receiver Christian Watson did not, as he recovers from a hamstring injury suffered in that Week 13 win. Head coach Matt LaFleur unable to really provide any timetable for the return of the second-year wideout.
I can't really declare that one way or the other. So I know he's getting the treatment, and hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later.
And lastly, sticking with the NFL.
At least he expanded on it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Next, right?
Which is good news, and which could be good news.
Declare that one way or another.
Lastly, the Week 14 kicked off Thursday night. The Patriots beating the Steelers on Thursday Night Football by a final score of 21-18. And back to the Bucs, Vince. I was watching that game last night. Part of me was blaming you and Eric for that loss.
What? Because we talked too much about the championship banner?
We don't need you brought it up.
The parade or not a parade?
Before we even got to the championship round. So after I broke another remote,
You did not. You broke something else yesterday?
I was irritated last
night. Over the in-season tournament? That's on you.
Actually, we had commentators on our Facebook page upset with us not focusing on the Pacers also. You should be focusing on the Pacers, not on who's going to raise the banner. I didn't know what I could do to help the game yesterday, but... Anyway.
Talking about the banner wasn't it, Eric?
I shouldn't have been focused on
Evidently
that.
not. 6:19 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
WTMJ's John Mercure here. Join me as we count down to the RNC in Milwaukee. We'll talk to the biggest names across the political landscape. Mark Cassie's the editor-in-chief of the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Every national outlet in terms of the media is going to have a key spot around the arena. So they're going to be working on that over the next couple months.
Full podcast available on WTMJ.com or text RNC to the Old National Bank talk and text line 855-616-1620 and get a link sent directly to you. It's the countdown to the RNC podcast, only here on WTMJ.
Vince Vitrano here for Walker Media Agency. This is the local company that can take your business to the next level with comprehensive marketing and strategy solutions. What's all that mean? I just had Matt Walker over here at WTMJ the other week, and talking with Matt, he likes to start all these relationships with new partners with a website overhaul. And I said, well, why is that always the starting point? He told me because it's so often the most neglected part of any business plan. Small business throws something up on the web, never really has the site grow or evolve with that business. Matt was talking about one of his new partners that he was working with. It's a manufacturing company, and when they started working with Walker Media Agency, they didn't even have on their website all of the products that they create, much less a mechanism for you to purchase those products online. So Matt got that fixed right away. He was telling me this stuff happens way more than it should. Don't be that business. Get that relationship started with Matt Walker. You can focus on what you do best, and then let Matt and his team handle the rest. Find him at walkerwtmj.com. That's walkerwtmj.com.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 800-857-7979. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. Plus, I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 800-857-7979. 800-857-7979. That's 800-857-7979.
What do we see on the roads this morning, Deb?
Well, we've got actually a pretty good ride. It is super quiet, pretty typical Friday morning, nothing major to panic about at all. So we're actually in good shape. You should be able to get to wherever you need to go pretty quickly. I'm Debbie Lozgo with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Clouds return to the storm team forecast, but listen to this, high of 56 degrees. Enjoy it. Rain moves in tonight with a low down to 43. Here's your weekend. Rain early on Saturday, then mostly cloudy, breezy. High temperature of 49 on Saturday, but then temperatures will start tumbling in the afternoon. By Sunday, we're at mostly cloudy with morning flurries possible and a high of just 37 degrees. Looking ahead to next week, already mostly sunny, 39 on Monday. Tuesday's high 40 under partly sunny skies. Right now, 46 in Milwaukee. 6:23 on Wisconsin's Morning News. I'm going to play for you a familiar sound. Now, the song is not important. I chose it because, well, okay, you'll see. But see if you recognize this sound. You got it, E?
There's a little baby xylophone.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The classic, the Fisher-Price name brand, if you like. The kid's xylophone.
Playing one of the most recognizable, iconic movie scores in the history of film.
If I had to pick some noise coming out of that product, that was going to be it.
Right. It's a little tiny John Williams.
Yeah. Every kid has one of these, right?
Sure.
I remember it like being in my house. And I don't know if I got it, if my little brother got it or if it was my toy or whatever, but I remember kicking that around at my house and my kids had one, right? But one more child here in southeast Wisconsin is going to have this under the Christmas tree thanks to the Capco Kids to Kids toy drive, which we will champion throughout the day today. So I was out at the Blaine's Farm and Fleet in Grafton Thursday, helping promote the drive and collect toys. And a guy came up, said, what's this about? What's going on here? We told him, yeah, we're collecting toys, and here's where it goes. So we went over there to Toyland at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, picked that up, threw it in the bin.
That's awesome. Didn't even pay for it. Just grabbed it off the shelf.
Yeah, he just threw it in there. He said, no, so all this stuff just goes right in here. No, he went and bought it. He had a receipt. So we would encourage you to continue doing that. You can do that at Blaine's Farm and Fleet location in Grafton. They've got a bin. They'll collect those donations today. But here's what we're doing. WTMJ.com if you'd like to donate. So how that works is you can click on photos and donate on behalf of individual shows. So we hope you will choose Wisconsin's Morning News. Not that any of that really matters.
No, just want the donation.
And so you can make cash donations or go out and visit the shows, starting with WTMJ Steve Scafidi and WTMJ Now. We'll be broadcasting live until 6 o'clock out at the Capco headquarters there, right off of Highway 60 in Grafton. So Scafidi's going to be out there, Wagner out there, Matzik, all going to be out broadcasting live through 6 o'clock.
What's super cool about the event, and I've been to the big culminating event at Capco several years.
The big to-do?
Yeah, and I brought the kids there and all that. First of all, you see like a million toys. You know that they go local, which is super awesome, that it goes to kids here in the state. But also, I mean, the whole idea of kids to kids, a whole big Jonathan Green mechanism there, right? Like where children are also donating these toys. So it's the idea of like, okay, a kid is going to pick the toy off the shelf because they know that someone else would really like this also, and that they're making that donation. And also the number of children and young adults who are helping with the effort. It's just cool. Capco does it right. They're helping you like develop a child from start to finish. Okay, we want to donate something. This is how we do it. Here's how we can be a better person and build more character. It's great.
And they've also engaged the local high schools, Cedarburg, Homestead, Grafton involved. Port, I think, is in there, and they have this student leadership council that also works to drive to generate sponsorships and toy drives in the area as well. So you're right. It is kids to kids, and that's awesome. The idea. Plus, over the years, 350,000 toys donated to area families.
So if you go see Steve today, tell him that you like our show better.
And you can text the word kids to the Old National Bank Talk and Text line, and we'll send you the link. News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average up about 63 points, closed at 36,117. NASDAQ at 14,340. That was up nearly 200 points. And the S&P 500 closing at 4586. That was up about 36. The Annex Wealth Management Year-End Tax Planning Guide is here. Download yours at annexwealth.com.
Hear that? It's the sound of a winning December at Potawatomi. Play with your club card December 7th, 14th, and 21st. The more you play, the bigger your share of $400,000 in reindeer rewards. And like a classic Midwest winter, the wins can really pile up. Dash to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for your reindeer rewards. $400,000 worth. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 10 to 12 count or 10 to 12 ounce selected varieties Folgers or Dunkin' Donuts coffee, $6.99. 18 to 80 count selected varieties Hefty Trash Bags, $7.99. 23.6 to 36 ounce selected varieties Edwards Cream Pies, $5.99. 5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Sargento Shredded Cheese, 2 for $6.
Look at those brats. You do tailgating right. Absolutely. Did you see the spread out there? You've got enough food to feed the entire lot. I'm splurging now and then hoping to win $700 in free groceries. $700? Yeah, it's all part of the 70th anniversary at Century Foods. No kidding. Next week, I'll do the shopping. Maybe I'll score $700 in groceries. All you need is the weekly code. It's on Century's Facebook or Instagram. Oh, I just remembered. I'll be out of town next week. Yeah, right, cheapskate.
Ends January 3rd.
You can give them the same old, or you can surprise them with something unique from St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Store at a bargain. Almost new, but really cool. The thing about thrift store gift shopping is that you never know what you'll find, but when you find it, you'll know it's right. That's what makes it fun. And if you just can't choose, gift cards are always available at St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
Siding Unlimited named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
Wisconsin's Morning News National Anthem is powered by Wenniger Compressor, putting the American patriotism made in Wisconsin. Here's the Gaudete Brass.
ABC News, I'm Derek Dennis. President Biden's son Hunter facing a new federal indictment on 9 tax-related charges, including failing to pay more than $1.4 million to the IRS. Where did the money go?
Drugs, escorts, and girlfriends, luxury hotels and rental properties, exotic cars, clothing, and other items personal in nature. In short, quote, according to the prosecutors, on everything but his taxes.
Including a porn site subscription. That was ABC's Pierre Thomas reporting. If convicted, Hunter Biden could get 17 years in prison. The war between Israel and Hamas started 3 months ago today with a deadly Hamas attack October 7th inside Israel. The UN Secretary General invoking Article 99, warning of a humanitarian crisis in Gaza and calling for an immediate ceasefire. Some 17,000 people have been killed in Gaza and counting. And sentencing today for 17-year-old Ethan Crumbley, the teen who killed 4 fellow students in 2021 at Oxford High School in Michigan. Prosecutors want life without parole. This is ABC News.
Siding Unlimited WTMJ news time is 6:31. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. A troubling trend with car chases in the city of Milwaukee. This after 3 stolen car chases happened in the span of 12 hours in the city. First one happening Wednesday evening when a vehicle driving recklessly crashed into a daycare near 13th and Layton. Second happening around 3 a.m. Thursday, MPD spotting a stolen vehicle near 91st and Silver Spring. That ended in a critical incident after police shot 2 suspects near 51st and Hampton. Then after 11 a.m. on Thursday, UW Milwaukee police chased a vehicle suspected to be stolen. The driver hit a bicyclist, was clipped by a vehicle, then careened into 2 parked cars and caught fire. The occupants of that stolen car fled and are still at large. The city this year has reached almost 6,000 stolen cars. That's a 23% decrease from last year. However, chases have dramatically increased, reaching over 1,000 just this year. TMJ4 News' Sean Gallagher says the pursuit policy for Milwaukee police differs from that of UW Milwaukee police.
According to the department's standard operating procedures, they are only allowed to initiate a chase if the car is involved in a violent felony or presents a clear and immediate threat to safety of others. Milwaukee police's policy goes even further, allowing officers to chase someone suspected of drug dealing or if they're involved in reckless driving.
One criticism of broad police chase policies is the risk to the public when chases get out of hand, such as ending in crashes. 3 staffers of a Kenosha assisted living facility have been criminally charged in the death of an 89-year-old resident who died of exposure to the elements last December.
Parkside Manor Assisted Living and Memory Care employees Liliana Lozano, Susan Valentin, and DeMonte Collins are each facing charges of recklessly abusing patients causing death. That's in connection to the death of Helen End in December 2022. End was found dead outside the facility. An autopsy revealing her cause of death as hypothermia due to exposure to the cold. She's believed to have wandered outside after midnight when temperatures were well below freezing. According to criminal complaints, numerous policies were not followed, leading to residents being unattended for hours. All three face up to 40 years in prison and $100,000 in fines. Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
And abortion services will soon be returning to the city of Sheboygan. Planned Parenthood working quickly to move doctors there to resume medication-only abortions. However, Sheboygan County District Attorney Joel Urmansky has said he will appeal Tuesday's ruling from a Dane County judge that says the 1849 law on books in Wisconsin does not apply to abortions. However, Urmansky says he will abide by the new ruling for now. Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin's Marianne Bradley Wellhouse telling TMJ4 News.
He's essentially making himself unavailable, not taking phone calls from the folks that he serves in his county, and we're pretty disappointed about this lack of communication.
There's no word yet on precisely when the Sheboygan Clinic will resume abortion services. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 6:34.
Traffic is sponsored by the Bartolotta Restaurants. Find the perfect holiday gift card at bartolottas.com.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
Coming up, food trends for the coming year. The Flavor Cast is out. That story next.
This report is brought to you by Rejuvenix, your non-surgical joint therapy experts.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Pain relief and gimmicks. The two seem to go hand in hand, and it really is a shame, because when you're living with chronic pain, you're vulnerable. And that's why so many people get tricked into buying unproven treatments. At Rejuvenix, we understand how you suffer, how you wait to get out of bed because you know the pain is coming. Chronic pain from osteoarthritis is a terrible thing, and that's why we use our proprietary, powerful, FDA-approved treatments to precisely target your affected areas, to provide cushion and lubrication that helps deliver long-lasting pain relief in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. I'm Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenix Arthritis Pain Clinics. We're in-network with most major insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid. We can alleviate your pain, and that'll rejuvenate your life. It's pain relief, really.
Rejuvenix. Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
Vince Vitrano for Great Lakes Landscape, the local company I'll trust this spring to enhance the beauty of my already awesome yard. Improving your landscaping is a rewarding way to grow the value of your home. From major projects like a block paver patio to shrubs and ground cover, Great Lakes Landscape will transform your outdoor space and protect your investment with a routine landscape maintenance package starting in spring. Sign up now, get 2023 prices. We're on our way to a more beautiful yard. Great Lakes Landscape, WI.com.
Hey, Sandy Max here. Have you heard about my friends at Three Pillars? They're located on 300 gorgeous nature-soaked acres in Dousman, with over 10 miles of walking and biking trails crisscrossing the Bark River. This serene setting is also home to Wisconsin's top-rated continuing care retirement community. Continuing care means every facet: independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, and rehab. So whatever you need, Three Pillars is the best, and you deserve the best in your retirement. Learn more at threepillars.org.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:37.
The Packers' injury outlook is both improved and kind of not good for Monday night. Brandon Snide looks at that at 6:45.
All right, food trends for 2024. Here we go. The flavor forecast from McCormick is out.
That we've all been asking for.
Yes, this is McCormick's annual report. I know you've been waiting all week about this.
Tell me what I want to eat.
The latest culinary trends. Get ready for 2024 to be the year of the tamarind.
The tamarind tree is native to Asia and Africa, but it also grows in tropical climates around the world. It produces pods of fruit that taste sweet and sour when ripe.
Yes, and of course,
I love them.
Yeah, well, amazingly, Debbie, McCormick actually is out with like a new tamarind spice that they're also going to sell. So that's part of the flavor forecast. It also is calling for a new trend, and I thought you'd be interested in this, Vince, called nostalgic foods.
Nostalgic foods.
You know how we're like nostalgic for stuff?
Okay.
This would be for food. So restaurants are going to embrace the idea of reintroducing childhood favorites. Yeah, but it's called nostalgic for some reason.
Oh, so this is the new nostalgia.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an oxymoron.
Childhood favorites with a gourmet twist in restaurants.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know if that means like Fruit Loops.
That means mock turkey leg or mock chicken leg.
Right, yeah. Like that'll be the new thing.
Chicken nuggets, mac and cheese.
You got to go after those Gen Xers who like to throw money at silly things like that.
Cheddar wurst.
Yeah, yes. So Think of that. It's coming. Ramen noodles maybe in some fashion. We've already seen that pop.
Right, deluxe, like grown. Restaurants put it on the thing. Grown up mac and cheese.
You know what I
grown up
want?
ramen.
I want a cereal bar, kind of like when you go to Yo-Yo Ma.
Okay,
is that the place? Or Yo Mama, Yo-Yo Ma, Yo Mama, Yo Mama. You go there and you can like make your own.
Put your toppings on the frozen yogurt.
Maybe do that with cereal.
So you just go in and it's all different kinds of cereals.
Yeah, and you can mix
that's
whatever
brilliant.
you want. Yeah.
Oh, you come up with some terrible stuff, right? Oh, this would be great together. 6:39 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Beyond where you play, there's a pickleball kingdom where you can take lessons, grab a bite to eat, shop the pro shop, or join a league. Pickleball Kingdom Brookfield is the newest professional indoor facility in the Milwaukee area with unlimited access to court time. They're offering over $100 off a 3-month membership gift certificate. Don't forget this perfect holiday gift in anticipation of Pickleball Kingdom's grand opening. Pickleball Kingdom Brookfield, opening spring 2024 at the Ruby Isle Shopping Center. Pickleballkingdom.com/Brookfield.
Pickleball Kingdom, yes, please. And I want to be in good shape for it. Vince Vitrano here for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. When I got hurt this summer and blew out my hamstring, first thoughts went to,
when am I going to play pickleball?
I'm not going to be able to play pickleball or tennis or golf. I'm never going to play sports again. It's, because I do the awfulizing thing.
Yeah.
I actually heard from my medical team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. They finally got me to come in. Said, let's have a look at that. Let's get you on a plan here. Don't just sit there and wait for it to get better. Let's have a plan here to get you back on the court and on the golf course. And they can do that for you, whether it's something that's been nagging you for some time or whether it's something that just popped up. And if it's that, you don't even have to make an appointment. The Ortho ASAP Clinic has hours Monday through Saturday. If you go to the Pewaukee location, it's Monday through Friday in Brookfield. And if you have one of those conditions that you've been dealing with for a while, that's the kind of thing you want to make an appointment for. It's the experts at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Find more information on their website, orthowisconsin.com.
Prepare the way of the Lord. It's Advent, and this is Archbishop Listecki. We in the Catholic Church are in the middle of the Eucharistic revival, spreading the word about the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. During Mass, the bread and the wine become the body and blood of Christ, and we receive Jesus at every Mass. If you haven't been in church lately, Advent is the perfect time to renew your relationship with Jesus, the only true joy you'll experience in this life. Join us at Mass and experience the love of Jesus in the Eucharist.
Traffic is sponsored by Built Right Furniture, Leather and Mattresses.
For affordable, better quality furniture and mattresses, you've got to get to Built Right today. Built Right Furniture saves you money. 54th and Layton Avenue in Greenfield.
Debbie Lozica has an update on the roads here at 641.
Yeah, there's a report that there's some debris in the roadway on 94 eastbound around Highway 18. I have not seen it yet. I've been watching the cameras there, and there hasn't really been anybody swerving or anything, but just something to keep in mind if you're going to be heading through that area. And then on 41 northbound, right at Highway 145, just before Main Street, Menominee Falls, we do have the left shoulder blocked with a crash there. I'm Debbie Lozica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Cloudier skies will build back into the forecast for your Friday, along with some breezy winds out of the southwest and high temperatures staying mild in the mid-50s. For tonight, rain will develop past midnight, low temperatures falling into the lower 40s. Saturday morning will bring more rain showers across the area. Those will clear out by the afternoon, leaving us with mostly cloudy skies and high temperatures in the 40s. The cooler air continues to work in for Sunday, mostly cloudy skies with a few morning flurries possible, high temperatures in the upper 30s. Upper 30s will continue into Monday with mostly sunny skies. We'll get back close to 40 by Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
46 degrees in Milwaukee. .642 Wisconsin's Morning News. Police dogs, long been a part of law enforcement, and just like folks say about their beloved pets, these are members of our family. These canine officers become really a part of the law enforcement community. In particular, they become important partners to their primary handlers. So unlike the usual scenario, like Eric's my partner in the morning, right? We still go home to our respective houses. Sure. Cops partner up, they're in the squad together, and then they go home to their own families. They get time away from each other, yeah. Right, but in this scenario where your partner is one of these canine officers, they live with their handlers while on duty and then continue after retirement. And then sadly, dogs die eventually. It's not necessarily a happy ending. Franklin police detective is sharing the story of Canine Bane with WTMJ's Libby Collins.
I made a call to a pet cremation company in preparation for this. I've been putting it off just to get an idea about how to prepare for it. So I called the cremation company and they were wonderful. Basically, at any point that Bane passes, they will make themselves available to take Bane. When we dedicated the statue, we had an American flag flown on our flagpole for 24 hours over the city, and it was brought down by the honor guard. And I have it folded up at home, and they even agreed to burn that flag with Bane. His time is coming. There are no words to describe the loss. There are no sentiments that anybody can give you that makes you feel better, because you do. You feel alone. You feel like your heart's been ripped out and you feel like nobody understands. But through this journey with Bane, I've realized that a lot of people, thousands of people that have communicated with Bane and I through his social media, they do understand.
You can hear more of this emotional story of Canine Bane from his police handler. That's Franklin Detective Holly McManus with Libby Collins Sunday at 11 on WTMJ Conversations.
According to the U.S. debt clock, our debt is over $32 trillion and climbing. The question is, how do we pay it off? One of the most likely answers is increasing taxes. Now think about your retirement accounts. Do you want to pay taxes on some of that money now when rates are historically low, or later when rates are potentially higher? At Drake & Associates, we can help you create a plan so your retirement is tax efficient as possible. If you'd like to continue your education, we have our Retirement Ready Toolkit, which includes guides on retirement tax savings. To receive this complimentary toolkit, call or text TAX to 414-409-9982. That's calling or texting TAX to 414-409-9982. When taxes go up, will you be ready? Call or text now.
Investment advisory services provided by Drake & Associates, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products are offered through a separate company, Loft Financial Advisory Group, LLC, a Wisconsin insurance agency. Clients are under no obligation to purchase any recommended insurance products.
Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. We already gave you the flavor forecast for next year.
We
right?
did indeed.
It's the tamarind, which is a very sweet and also sour fruit that comes from a plant. Anyway, that's going to be part of the flavor forecast.
I'm curious how you're about
year.
to weave this into...
You know what also is in the forecast for next year? Okay, making sure you're taking care of your house, especially your roof. Make sure it's in place. Make sure it's where it needs to be. Make sure that it's in good shape, most importantly. Next spring or summer could be the time to line that up. TriCountyContractingWI.com, especially their worry-free roof tune-up. That's where you can get that taken a look at without having to invest to get the whole shebang, because you likely don't need the whole roof. Try the Tri-County Contracting worry-free roof turn-up. TriCountyContractingWI.com. TriCountyContractingWI.com.
Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life. Brands from Carhartt to Milwaukee to Purina to Goodyear to Rapala to Levi's and a whole lot more. In-store or online, check out all the brands Fleet Farm carries to help make your everyday life better.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The Milwaukee Bucks in-season tournament came to an end on Thursday afternoon as the Indiana Pacers go on for the 128-119 win. The 15-7 Bucks will have the next couple of days off before they play host to Chicago on Monday night. The third-ranked Wisconsin Badgers women's volleyball team is moving on to the Elite Eight after knocking off 14th-ranked Penn State Thursday night, 3-1 in Madison. The Badgers will next match up with Oregon on Saturday night. And lastly, Week 14 of the NFL season kicked off on Thursday night. The Patriots beating the Steelers by a final score of 21-18.
It's time for Extra Points, a sports opinion commentary on Wisconsin's morning news. Here's Brendan Snide.
It only took 13 weeks of football, but the Green Bay Packers have seemed to finally turn a corner in their season. Look, if I told you back in April that the Packers would be in the driver's seat for the playoffs and Jordan Love, after trading away Aaron Rodgers, would be the top quarterback in football over the last month or so, every single Packers fan, including myself, would have asked where we should sign the dotted line. With 5 games left to go, the Jordan Love-led Packers are currently in that position and are doing so with essentially house money. Now, it wasn't easy and it wasn't pretty, but eventually we've got here to where we are now. After beginning the season with a dominating win over the rival Chicago Bears, the next handful of weeks were up and down for Love and the offense. The team went winless for a month in October. Love was tossing game-ending interception after game-ending interception. Now Love is just outdoing guys like Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert in a week-to-week basis. The defense struggled to stop just about anything and everything, and the play calling on offense was anything other than good. Fast forward to where we are today, Love, rookie receivers, rookie tight ends, and the defense as a whole, despite multiple injuries, are beginning to establish themselves into a respectable team. Earlier this week, I praised Packers general manager Brian Gutekunst for a job well done, and rightfully so, but a good chunk of the credit should also go to this organization as a whole for being patient when the team couldn't buy a win in October and things began to look bleak. What we are all witnessing is the patience in Green Bay that is clearly now starting to pay off. No one lost sight of the big picture. They worked through their issues, and lo and behold, the top quarterback of the last 3 weeks now resides in Titletown with a very good chance to do something this team could not do a season ago.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano.
Greg Matzik.
John Mercuri.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead, and 'tis the season of giving.
Join WTMJ and Capco Metal Stamping for our Capco Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive this Saturday, December 9th.
There's still time to make monetary donations, and it's so easy. Just head to WTMJ.com, click the Capco's Kids to Kids banner, and donate whatever you can.
Every little bit helps. It's the Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive here on WTMJ.
The Department of Justice is open.
Here's something for all you guys who have not gotten that special someone a holiday gift yet. Gabe, have you taken care of your wife yet?
Oh, yeah.
In terms of gift. Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, listen, I got something for you.
Okay, all right, hit me.
This Christmas, Pajamagram has your back.
Keep going.
Great read.
Can't finish now.
Pajamagram has your back with a deluxe gift set for her. A one-and-done luxurious present. The gift set includes the Smooth Seduction satin nightie and robe, plus a free satin eye mask, all wrapped up in an elegant satin keepsake bag. It's 4 gifts delivered right to your door. They'll even wrap it for you if you want, so that you can put it right under the tree. Silky, sensuous glides over the skin, designed to make her feel amazing. And Gabe, you'll like it too. If you ask me, the Smooth Seduction satin gift set is your ticket to a very nice winter season. Don't wait. Get it before it sells out. Pajamagram.com. Go there today. You get the Smooth Seduction satin nightie, the robe, the eye mask, the keepsake bag, the Smooth Seduction satin gift set at Pajamagram.com. Tell them Vince and Gabe from WTMJ sent you.
I'm attorney David Gruber. You've heard our slogan thousands of times, but we are much more than just one call. We are one team, one community, one family, and we're the one law firm that can get you the results and compensation you deserve after a serious accident. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Looking for a delicious value? Sendik's Quality Friday Fish Fry is the best around. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Traffic sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Alrighty, we got an accident northbound on 41, just before you hit the Main Street Menominee Falls area. So just be careful with that. It's off on the left shoulder. There's a crash there. Otherwise, for the most part, looking pretty good across the rest of the system. Not seeing too many delays. Just starting to build a little bit of volume on 43 north and southbound right near Capitol. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast sponsored by Dave Dracamp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Weather's going to be changing over the weekend. Here we go today. High of 56 degrees with clouds returning, and then rain moving in tonight, low down to 43. Then the changes come. Rain early Saturday, mostly cloudy otherwise, breezy as well. High of 49 Saturday, but the temperatures will be dropping through the afternoon. By Sunday, we're only at a high of 37 degrees. Morning flurries are possible. And quiet weather coming in to start the work week, mostly sunny on Monday, high 39. Tuesday's high 40 under partly sunny skies. Milwaukee at 46 right now. 6:53 on Wisconsin's Morning News. I just got text scolded by my wife. Keep it clean.
I can't imagine why.
It's an accident. Look, I don't think you did anything wrong.
Thank you, Gabe. Appreciate that.
I got your back. Tell your wife I got your back.
Yeah, you're going to get it from your wife, too. What's he talking about? Don't let him drag you into that. I'm sorry.
Well, so that's that funny you should mention that, because we were talking about earlier this week on our show that maybe some of us owe some different members of the Packers an apology. I mean, we got pretty negative about them. You know, Joe Barry in particular.
No, I don't recall any negative thoughts or expressions about the Packers when they lost 4 straight.
So then that got us down, you know, we started spiraling down into the hierarchy of apologies. And like what, you know, when you're actually apologizing to someone, like where do certain things rank? Like, I think what most people are looking for is just the I'm sorry. But like if you add the I'm so sorry, does that become more disingenuous? Jen brought up the idea of I sincerely apologize, which to me, despite adding the word sincerely, is the most insincere thing you can do, because nobody's actually said the words I sincerely apologize. It's only in one of those like long, convoluted social media
statements.
posts. Yes, yeah, where I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I sincerely apologize.
yeah.
Like that, I sincerely apologize has never been said out loud. It has only been in written word.
Sincerely is kind of like honestly. You're not. I honestly apologize.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that.
No.
What about like my
Right,
bad?
I hope so.
Can you say my bad?
Yeah, so I feel like my bad's pretty far down. Like my bad, like that's just a quick one, you know. Whoops, you know, kind of a quick one. The Wisconsin favorite, the ope.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yep. Oh.
Multiple times a day I say
Yeah,
that one.
my mistake. I messed up. I owe you an apology. These are all ones we came up. We put up a graphic on our social media page at Jen Gabe Chewy on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to Ashton Rotman, who did it in the form of like a notes app, because that's when you see that's how you see most of those apologies come through. But like when you guys apologize or you're looking for an apology, if somebody says I apologize, is that good enough?
I'm looking, like if it's some sort of, and so we're not talking about the ope. Like,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
yep, my bad.
because the ope is usually like
Right.
you're trying to get through.
Yeah, you're
you're
sitting
sitting,
somebody.
you're sitting in the stadium. Now you got to get up.
Yeah.
You got to walk. Oh, let me slide past you.
Yeah.
You know, you're just trying to get past people.
If
something
you've
like that.
done something for which you are truly regretful, and you are sorry, I think along with the apology, you have to have some sort of explanation of what you did and
me.
why you think you're sorry, right? You know what? Yesterday, Eric, I told you this, you know,
Yeah.
I was in a bad place. I'm sorry, but I put you in a bad mood because I was complaining. I'm really sorry about that. There you go. I wanted some sort of, give me a couple of sentences in
I
there.
like on me. Because then,
I own this.
That's on me. That was my bad. That I'm the one that did that thing that was awful.
Yeah, well, because it all comes down to ownership, right?
Yeah,
And it
yes.
feels like most apologies are just kind of like you're a 4-year-old and your mother's like, what do you say?
I'm sorry. Fine, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you had a fine in front of it, is that
No, it doesn't really
No,
count.
I'm sorry.
No, it
doesn't
doesn't
help.
really count. Yeah, so it's all about like actually taking responsibility. To which Chewy decided when it comes to Joe Barry, he said, my bad, but you still suck.
I think that's probably on the bottom of your list.
Yeah,
or-
I don't think it quite made the list
Yes.
there, but I will sincerely apologize to Vince's wife for encouraging his behavior.
Yeah, you laughed
earlier today. Yes, I laughed. It's my fault. It was funny.
Your very presence draws it out in you, kid. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy up next on ESPN Milwaukee. That's our pal Gabe Neitzel. Thanks, pal. Business headlines are up next on this here program. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Rich Kirchen.
The Business Journal names Northwestern Mutual CEO John Schlifsky the area's Executive of the Year. Editors cite his role in the company's office tower project downtown, fundraising for the RNC, and backing the Microsoft and American Family Field projects. Wisconsin secures federal funding to plan new Amtrak routes linking Milwaukee with Green Bay and Madison, and increasing Chicago service. The Wisconsin Transportation Department studies station sites, costs, and more. Town Bank continues expanding in the city of Milwaukee with a branch planned for East Capitol Drive in the River West area. The bank also plans new branches in Mequon and Madison. I'm Rich Kirchen with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Matt had just moved into his first apartment and needed furniture to fill it, but he didn't have a big credit line. So I told him about St. Vincent de Paul. There's always a nice selection of gently used furniture there, and sometimes you can find some really cool retro pieces. And the best part is, it's always super affordable. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores for first-time furniture buyers or anyone looking for great deals on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 800-857-7979. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. Plus, I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 800-857-7979. 800-857-7979. That's 800-857-7979.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
WTMJ is live at the Capco Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive at the Kasmeric Center for Human Performance in Grafton. And we're still accepting monetary donations. Anything you can give helps. Head to WTMJ.com and click on the Capco's Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive under the Features tab. Thank you for making a difference this holiday season. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
7 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Friday, December 8th. Our top story, a troubling car chase trend in Milwaukee.
I'm Eric Bilstead. Yet another delay in the eyedrop murder sentencing case.
I'm Brandon Snide. The Packers get a boost and some much-needed good news on Thursday.
I'm Debbie Lazigo. We've got an accident on northbound 41 just north of Highway 145, just before Main Street, Menominee Falls. Overall, we're looking pretty good, though, heading past that scene. Not seeing too many delays. Nothing blocking traffic. Southbound 43 is starting to tighten up a little bit right past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazigo with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Clouds return today, but a high of 56 degrees. Tonight's low down to 43, and we got rain moving in late. Right now at 46 in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, listen to how this story played out. 3 stolen car chases over the span of just 12 hours in the city of Milwaukee. Start with the first one. That's Wednesday night. Vehicle driving recklessly crashed into a daycare at 13th and Layton. Second was after 3 in the morning Thursday. That was the breaking news around this time when MPD had spotted a stolen vehicle. 91st and Silver Spring, they started chasing. That ended with 2 people getting shot by Milwaukee police at 51st and Hampton. After 11 a.m. Thursday, UW Milwaukee police started chasing a vehicle that was suspected to be stolen. The driver hit someone riding a bike, then was clipped by another car, and then they careened into 2 parked cars, and they all caught fire. The occupants of the stolen car fled, and they are still out there.
There's been nearly 6,000 stolen cars this year so far in Milwaukee. That is a 23% decrease from last year. Now, police chases have dramatically gone up, though, reaching more than 1,000 this year. TMJ4's John Gallagher says the pursuit policy for Milwaukee PD differs from that of UW Milwaukee.
According to the department's standard operating procedures, they are only allowed to initiate a chase if the car is involved in a violent felony or presents a clear and immediate threat to safety of others. Milwaukee Police's policy goes even further, allowing officers to chase someone suspected of drug dealing or if they're involved in reckless driving.
The sentencing of Jesse Krzyzewski now delayed after another twist in the eyedrop murder case.
Even though it means that this sentencing hearing must be adjourned.
Waukesha County Circuit Court Judge Jennifer Doro granting the motion filed by Krzyzewski's attorneys.
Motions to withdraw.
Including defense attorney Pablo Galaviz.
They looked at the filing by the state, contacted the state bar ethics. Granted by them, they said I should withdraw the case.
That filing was a 37-page letter, the prosecution says, is a set of instructions from Krzyzewski asking a friend to fake evidence. She denies writing it. Doro says she wants a thorough investigation and has scheduled a hearing for Krzyzewski in January to review the status of her new lawyers. Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Milwaukee Alderman Bob Bauman is distancing himself from comments made by his wife Tammy Bansimer on social media. Those posts critical of the black population in Bauman's district. Now, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports Bansimer was directing those comments at a candidate who is challenging Bauman in next year's aldermanic election. Bansimer had said, among other things, that the white population in her district has been living in fear of being shot. Bauman has represented the district since 2004.
New charges against Hunter Biden, the president's son. A grand jury returning new 9-count indictment against him. Hunter Biden now accused of failing to pay at least $1.4 million in federal taxes, while also being accused of taking false deductions. Prosecutors claim he spent the money instead on drugs, escorts, luxury hotels, exotic cars, and clothing. ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Hunter Biden admitted many of his shortcomings in his recent memoir, tying many of his poor decisions to a crack cocaine addiction that had gone out of control. His business dealings and personal failings have become fodder for Republicans seeking to harm his father, the president, politically. And House Republicans have launched impeachment proceedings against President Biden, focusing on Hunter, but thus far without any evidence of wrongdoing by the president.
Coming up, an arson attempt on a national landmark thwarted by everyday people. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:05.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Chief Market Watcher Brian Wickert with some good news. Mortgage rates are back down. Low overhead AccuNet can once again deliver a 6.94% APR on a $225,000 30-year fixed rate loan with 25% down, top-notch credit, and all the other right stuff. Our special 30-year fixed rate money for first-time Wisconsin homebuyers is also down to 6.375%. That's with an APR as low as 6.6 and as little as 3% down. Household income limits apply. A lot of homebuyers have hit pause because of the holiday season and the spike in rates, but that's now in our rearview mirror. Winter is a great time to buy. There's a lot less competition and sellers are motivated. We just helped our repeat client Peter get an accepted offer to buy his next home, and he got it for a little under asking price. Whether you're just starting your home search or you're ready to get back at it, click on the blue button at AccuNet.com today and put the local mortgage gurus at AccuNet on your home buying team. That's ACCUNET.com.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Freighter.com to find out how.
Your Salvation Army donation feeds the hungry. Share your hope today at samilwaukee.org.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:07.
So I guess we can table yesterday's conversation about where the Bucks would hang the in-season championship banner?
Yeah, until next year.
Okay, at least. Brandon Snide has sports at 7:15.
Should have been focusing on how we were going to beat the Pacers, I guess. Keeping loose Christmas trees off the street and supporting a local cause.
Although DPW crews will not be collecting Christmas trees after the holidays this season, a new nonprofit in Milwaukee is offering curbside tree pickup. TMJ4 News reports that Alyssa and Sam Wisniewski, owners of Chilwaukee Pops and Sweet Little Box Company, have started yet another business called Milwaukee Tree Pickup. For a fee starting at $25, you can schedule a time to set your tree on the curb, and they'll pick it up within 72 hours. Pickups will start December 26 and run through January. Plus, 10% of all profits will be donated to Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Police in Atlanta are holding a woman on charges that she tried to burn down the birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King, and tourists visiting the home credited with stopping her.
Thousands of people walk past the King home on Atlanta's Auburn Avenue every year. But on Thursday evening, Zach Kemp of Utah was there when a woman walked onto the front porch.
We didn't know who she was. We didn't know she had weapons on her. We didn't know anything.
He did know that she was dousing the historic home with gasoline and was ready to light it. He and other tourists restrained her.
That action saved an important part of American history.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Scheibaum. The 26-year-old woman was arrested and charged with attempted arson. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:09.
This report is sponsored by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. SidingUnlimited.com.
Happy holidays from Siding Unlimited. From all our talented American craftsmen, our office peeps, and our families, too. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for defending your house, has nothing to sell you to put under that Christmas tree. Siding Unlimited sells big stuff. They insist on installing it for you, too. Doors and windows, roofing solutions, quality siding, and decks. Long, brutal months follow the holidays. You could talk now with Siding Unlimited about doing battle with Wisconsin's famous winter weather. And then they could get to work for you early next year. I guess you could put a picture of new doors and windows under that tree. Start at SidingUnlimited.com or drop into the unique outside-in Siding Unlimited showroom, 665 Larry Court in Brookfield, so we can personally discuss your happy holidays.
Traffic is sponsored by Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Debbie Lazica, 7:10. What's the update on the roads?
Well, it's starting to slow down a little bit on 43 southbound from Capitol Drive down towards Keefe. We've also got an accident on northbound 41 just before you get to Main Street, Menominee Falls, off on the left shoulder. Now, I'm not seeing too many delays along with that, just something to keep in mind if you're going to be heading through that neck of the woods. Rest of the system starting to build up a little bit in volume. I'm Debbie Lazica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. One more mild day for your Friday with mostly cloudy skies building back into the area with high temperatures in the mid-50s. For tonight, rain will develop as a low pressure moves in mainly past midnight. Low temperatures will fall into the lower 40s. More rain will be possible Saturday morning, then drier in the afternoon with cooler temperatures, highs in the upper 40s. We will see those cooler temperatures continue to push in for Sunday, highs in the upper 30s with mostly cloudy skies. We'll stay in the upper 30s for Monday as well with more sunshine. By Tuesday, we're back near 40. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
46 right now in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
7:11 on this Friday morning, Wisconsin's Morning News. It's coming back. One of the premier events in Milwaukee's summer. The Waterstone Bank Air and Water Show returns in 2024.
Here we go.
Well, because there were years, there was COVID year, there was post-COVID.
Yeah.
So, you know, like every year when we get this announcement, I'm like, okay, good. We're good. It's coming. Organizers making that announcement this week. Show dates for the coming summer, July 27th and 28th on the lakefront. So that'll be, think about Milwaukee.
That's post RNC, by the way.
One weekend post. This is going to be an awesome summer.
Non-stop.
Headliner this year will once again be the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. It's been 5 years since we've seen them scorching the skies.
My guys and gals.
You flew with those guys, right?
Yep.
Think you get another... They reach out usually about, can we get somebody up again? A couple other people who are candidates for that.
Could probably sneak my way back into that, but I'm always open to letting someone else have that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Once-in-a-lifetime thing. Golden Knights parachute team will be back as well. Milwaukee's 128th Air Refueling Wing on board to support all of these aircraft that come in for the event, and they usually do a display with one of those big KC-35 straddle tankers. 135, I think. KC 135.
There you go.
I would get a text on that. Some air enthusiast would know. Tickets aren't on sale yet, but we do know the date, so you can mark it on the calendar. Milwaukee Air and Water Show returns for 2024, July 27th and 28th on the lakefront.
We asked people why they sold their homes to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
We needed to sell Mom's home quickly and with a company we could rely on.
No showings, no closing costs, no staging, no real estate agent fees, no added stress.
Whether you have a hard-to-sell home, want a stress-free sale, or simply need to sell your home fast, Grandview Homes is the name you know and the name you can trust. Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. When I blew out my hamstring water skiing this summer, my docs at Ortho Wisconsin heard me talking about it on the radio. They called me. Hey, do you need to come in and get this thing checked out? Actually, I did. And I'm back on the tennis court playing golf, grateful for the experts at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Injured, or maybe the young athlete in your family needs help? The Ortho ASAP Clinic has walk-in hours in Brookfield and Pewaukee, or make an appointment at orthowisconsin.com.
Get 10% off your roofing project if you call and sign up before the end of the year. And if the weather turns south, we'll still hold your price for next year. So count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The Milwaukee Bucks' luck ran out in Vegas as they fall to the Indiana Pacers in the semi-round of the NBA's inaugural in-season tournament. This one by a final score of 128-119, eliminating them from playing for the championship cup on Saturday night. Giannis led the Bucks with 37 points and added 10 boards, but ultimately it wasn't enough as his team fell short.
The biggest thing I believe is that we gotta want it. You know, it's nobody's gonna give you nothing. Sometimes I feel like we expect just because we have great players out there that Tyrese Halliburton or Miles Turner or Naismith or Buddy Hill would just give us the game. Like, no, we have to be better. We have to go out there and take it.
Since Eric just asked, this loss does count on the Bucks record. If they were to advance tomorrow, tomorrow, Saturday, that game would not count on their record, but the loss does count.
Here's how I know the tournament worked, Brandon, because I was frustrated last night with the loss. I was very annoyed, and normally December loss wouldn't get to me.
No, I'm completely in agreement with you, and so is head coach Adrian Griffin.
I think the tournament is good as far as you're playing in a high stakes game. The media, the excitement around it has been great. I think we handled it well. Not the outcome that we wanted, but you can learn from these games and what we need to do to get better, and that's what it's about. Take the good, make our corrections, and then get ready for the next game.
The Bucks will have a couple of days off before they host the Chicago Bulls on Monday night. The 6-6 Green Bay Packers are prepping for a trip out to the Big Apple to play the Giants on Monday Night Football. The Pack have won 3 straight games, and with the schedule softening up a bit down the stretch, the preparation will remain the same in Titletown.
Man, we approach it the same way. Obviously, we take it 1 week at a time. We give all of our focus to whoever we got that week, and we give everybody respect. We don't doubt anybody or take a game off or anything like that. We give everybody respect and just take it that one game at a time. And our mindset is just to focus and go win every week.
Quarterback Jordan Love there following the team's practice on Thursday. Speaking of practice, the Pack did get some good news. Running back Aaron Jones and cornerback Jair Alexander both returned into the practice field. However, receiver Christian Watson did not, as he still recovers from that hamstring injury he suffered in Week 13. The second-year wideout spoke at his locker with a bit of an update on his injury.
At this point, I'm trying to get back as quickly as I can, and I'm going to let him know exactly what I can do, every day to try to push it as much as I can, as fast as I can.
And lastly, we'll stick with the NFL. Week 14 kicked off on Thursday night. A thrilling matchup of the Patriots and Steelers. If you would have told me 10 years ago that would have been a...
That's the dog game, right?
I wouldn't have believed you. The Patriots did beat the Steelers on Thursday Night Football as a final of 21-18. The second half was just put me to sleep.
What was the final?
21-18.
Okay, it was better than I thought. It could have been like 6-3.
The third win for the Patriots of this season, so If you're a Bears fan, you're celebrating that Patriots win.
Belichick done? This is last year?
Yeah, I think so.
Whether he wants it to be or not?
Unless they get a top, 2 pick. If he gets a quarterback for this draft, then maybe he'll stick around.
Yeah. What do I care?
You've proven it.
Yeah, whatever. 7:18 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi, there is an accident on I-43 northbound.
Call me, Debbie Lazaga, at the hallmazda.com traffic tip line at 414-238-9329.
Hi, Debbie. It's Michael. Just drove through the area of 894 West. There's debris in the roadway.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it?
I'm sitting here in I-43 north of Silver Spring. It's a parking lot.
Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
Vince Vitrano for Connect Chiropractic. I'm so grateful for the care that I'm getting with Dr. Alex Young and his team, and really worked out my neck stiffness, headaches, chronic lower back pain, all much improved. And I was just talking with some of my fellow patients, the whole family, mom and dad, daughter and granddaughters, all getting great care at Connect Chiropractic. Daisy's just 7 years old. She had one of those kinks in the neck from looking at screens. Her mom said, yeah, you could see it. Lower back pain. She's even expressed improving symptoms from celiac disease, all with the gentle but effective care of Connect Chiropractic. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. At Connect Chiro, they use one of these special tools for all the adjustments. It's focused on restoring nerve and muscle function properly. Visit the Connect Chiropractic booth at the Wauwatosa Holiday Market. They're out there today and through the 16th. So Wauwatosa in the Village area, they've got the Holiday Market going right now, and you can go see Connect Chiropractic in their booth right there. Get your free screening. Or just visit them online. Go to connectchiro.com. That's goconnectchiro.com.
Do you check your savings account and wonder if you're even saving at all? At Town Bank, we view banking differently and actually want to see your savings grow. With our amazing new CD rates, you can now earn even more, so you can sit back and relax. Stop banking the same way, expecting different results, and start earning more. Go to townbank.us/locknewrates or visit a Town Bank branch nearest you today. Bank differently with Town Bank. Member FDIC.
7:20 here. Let's get an update on the roads with Debbie.
All right, they're still dealing with this accident northbound 41 just before Main Street, so just be careful with that. We've got southbound 43 slowing down right past Capitol Drive down towards Keefe. Rest of the system actually looking pretty good. Not seeing too many other delays out there just yet. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Let's get to the 5-day forecast for the new guy, Tyler Moore over at TMJ4. He's a Brookfield kid originally, so welcome home. His last market was in Florida. I think it was Tampa, right?
Who wants to be in Tampa?
Right?
Boring.
Welcome home, my friend. Good to have you back. Clouds return and a high of 56 degrees today. Rain coming in late tonight with a low down of 43. And then Saturday is rainy. Rain early, and then mostly cloudy, breezy. We start out, get to a high of 49 degrees on Saturday, but then temperatures start falling in the afternoon. My Sunday, we're only looking at a high of 37 degrees. Morning flurries are possible. And mostly sunny Monday, high 39. Tuesday's high 40 degrees under partly sunny skies. Right now we're at 46 in Milwaukee. This is one of the reasons that the Hunter Biden plea agreement broke down. As folks were saying, hang on, you're going to make an agreement with him. What does that mean for the possibility of future charges? Aren't there things still left to investigate? Well, I think apparently there were. Grand jury now returning a new 9-count indictment against the president's son.
Here's a sentence you never want associated with your name.
The indictment is dripping with salacious details of drug-fueled debauchery.
Not a good start.
No. All right, yes. So Hunter Biden, drugs, and a crazy lifestyle. Federal grand jury returning a new 9-count indictment against the son of the president. Justice Department alleges that Hunter Biden failed to pay more than $1 million to the IRS. And what he used that money on?
It's a 56-page indictment depicting how Hunter Biden allegedly earned millions of dollars from foreign entities from Ukraine to Romania to China and, quote, spent millions of dollars on an extravagant lifestyle at the same time he chose not to pay his taxes. They went on to say Hunter Biden spent his money on drugs, escorts, and girlfriends, luxury hotels and rental properties, exotic cars, clothing, and other items personal in nature. In short, quote, according to the prosecutors, on everything but his taxes.
So this was during a time when he was at the lowest of lows, he and his attorneys would say, and you can see that in the indictment. But what the prosecutors are saying, look, but he's still very detailed in finding ways to avoid having to pay taxes.
You know, the other thing that stands out to me in that report right there, 56 pages.
Yeah,
so
that's a big
if
one.
you want any of that as ammunition against current President Biden, and I'm sure we get to whether or not there are anything tied to him, the U.S. House is still investigating. They're still talking about moving forward with impeachment inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
But 56 pages of stuff, and most of it not good.
And writing off expenses that weren't really business expenses and using that. So what's going to happen next? Well, his attorney last night now responding.
Last night, attorney Abby Lowell released this statement to ABC News saying, quote, based on the facts and the law, if Hunter's last name was anything other than Biden, the charges in Delaware and now California would not have been brought.
So it's curious now to see what's going to happen as far as this impeachment inquiry goes. That's been out there for a while now, but hasn't really, there's been no trigger pulling, if you will. If this moves that forward, I know the new House Speaker has said that he would like to move that forward. Again, it's an inquiry, so again, like, is that just to keep it in the news, or are they actually going to find something? Critics would say they haven't found anything yet, that we're just talking about this all the time, just so it's kind of floating out there in the news. More on the impeachment inquiry.
The measure formalizes the impeachment inquiry that's been underway since September, when former Speaker Kevin McCarthy initiated it on his own. The move is meant to bolster legal efforts to obtain documents and testimony that Republicans allege the Biden administration is blocking. That's said to include emails to and from Joe Biden during his time as vice president. The White House insists there's been no stonewalling and that there's no basis for impeachment.
For this latest series of indictments, it's looking at 17 years max behind bars. That goes on top of his other charges, which are more than 20 years.
Well, one of the reasons that having failed to produce a smoking gun, one of the pieces of circumstantial evidence that Republicans continue to insist ought to be compelling and why it's worth looking into more is, where did Hunter Biden get all this money? If you can avoid paying $1.4 million in federal taxes, that means you had a pretty hefty income, right? Mm-hmm. So where did that money come from? And may not have a smoking gun, but they continue to search for that in terms of, was he peddling influence, and was there knowledge on the now president's part that he was doing that?
I guess the question I'd have is, why haven't we found that yet? If it's out there, then where is it? You know, why would this take so long to be able to find these very specific pieces of evidence, or are they being scrubbed somehow? You know, that's part of the conversation too. So yeah, it looks like that will move forward. You know, it's interesting, and I don't think there's anything, I'm not tying the two together at all, but I feel like, you know who seems like they've been awfully quiet lately? Like that you don't see out there as much? The Trump kids. And do you think there's some like, hey, Hunter Biden's stealing all the oxygen right now.
Well, stand down.
You guys, yeah. Keep your distance. Stay out of the limelight. I mean, some of them are dealing with some court situations.
The last we heard from them was their testimony in New York.
Correct, right. But other than that, you don't hear much about them, right? You almost wonder if there's a strategy on the Trump side saying, okay, guys, just do your thing, be quiet, don't steal any of the oxygen that's currently being taken up by Hunter Biden.
When you mentioned Trump, I mean, look at the response from Hunter Biden's attorney. Taking a page right out of the former president's book of, the only reason you're going after this is politically motivated.
Right, it's the name, yeah.
Right? And so now you have him using the same defense that Trump continues to use.
And they had, the Biden camp had tried, and by Biden camp I mean Hunter Biden camp, had tried to testify open doors, they said, that they'd be willing to testify before that House committee as long as it was an open hearing, not a closed hearing, and that was pushed away. I don't know if that would change now or if there would be some open testimony, but I remember at one point, earlier this month, the Biden camp were open to that. Don't know if they still are.
Right, saying like, okay, fine.
Yeah, we'll
talk,
do it, but everyone's got to see.
Everybody sees.
Yeah,
and then we don't have sourced information leaking out or whatever, and everybody's spinning. It'll all be out there for everybody. News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up nearly 63 points to 36,117. NASDAQ at 14,340. That was up nearly 200 points, and the S&P 500 up about 36 points to 4586. Ready for investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary? Go to annexwealth.com and click on the Get Started button now.
Have you heard about the game-changing jewelry store that's now open just in time for the holidays? It's Diamonds Direct on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Diamonds Direct, started by former diamond wholesalers who decided to stop selling to jewelry stores and start selling direct to the public. No middleman, no nonsense, no pricing games. It's the only store here with a nationwide low price guarantee. And the selection is mind-blowing. Hand-picked diamonds in all shapes and sizes, from a half carat to 20 carats. And case after case of earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets. It's like shopping 30 stores at once. Plus, Diamonds Direct has all the designer rings women want. Names like Verragio, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more. If you're getting engaged or thinking jewelry for any occasion, your timing is perfect. A real direct diamond importer has finally arrived in Milwaukee with values you never thought possible. Discover the jewelry shopping concept that's sweeping across America, now open here on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Learn more and get details at diamondsdirect.com.
Companies are in the midst of open enrollment. I know we are here at Good Karma Brands with R&R Insurance. To shed some light on the topic is Jeff Salasinski, VP of Insurance Operations.
Thank you, Vince. A benefit understood is a benefit appreciated. Knowing how to best communicate your benefits will help your employees understand their options, guide their decision-making, and increase their sense of value and engagement. R&R Insurance can show your business how to use your benefit program to attract and retain employees. In this tight labor market, you need every competitive advantage.
So, Jeff, what's the solution?
At R&R Insurance, we help employers brand their benefit packages in a customized, easy-to-understand fashion, taking out the complex and confusing nature of shopping for health insurance. With our latest mobile technology, your employees will have easy, immediate access to benefit information for themselves and their families 24/7. At R&R Insurance, we know employee benefits.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Exergen thermometers are a top choice of medical professionals at highly ranked hospitals across the U.S. Accuracy matters, so make Exergen the chosen thermometer for your home and family.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
It's 7:30. I'm Adam Robertson. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Friday, December 8th. Your top story, a spike in Milwaukee police chases causing concern for law-abiding citizens.
I'm Debbie Laziga, northbound 41. Just before Main Street, Menominee Falls, we got an accident off on the left shoulder. Southbound 43 is going to be slow from Hampton down past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Clouds return today in your storm team forecast. It'll be breezy as well, but still warm. A high of 56 degrees, already 47 in Milwaukee.
ABC News, I'm Derek Dennis. Sex, drugs, and luxury living. Details of a new federal indictment against President Biden's son Hunter, alleging he failed to pay more than $1.4 million to the IRS.
Those expenses include more than $600,000 in payments to various women, another $397,000 on clothing and accessories, and more than $180,000 on adult entertainment, including porn.
ABC's Pierre Thomas, Hunter Biden's lawyers say the charges are political. 3 months to the day since the war between Israel and Hamas began, and there's growing concern over images showing Israeli soldiers detaining civilian men in their underwear, kneeling them on the street blindfolded. That's on top of the 17,000 people killed in Gaza and counting. The UN Secretary General warning of a humanitarian catastrophe. And the nation's first gentleman, Doug Emhoff, lighting the national menorah on the White House lawn last night, saying he knows Jews are in pain because he's in pain too, as America's first Jewish spouse. This is ABC News.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 7:31. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, 3 stolen car chases over the span of 12 hours in the city of Milwaukee have law-abiding citizens concerned about the increased amount of these types of chases. The first one happening Wednesday evening when a vehicle driving recklessly crashed into a daycare near 13th and Layton. The second one Thursday morning early around 51st and Hampton, leading to police firing 2 shots at suspects. Then at 11 a.m. Thursday, UW Milwaukee police chasing a vehicle suspected to be stolen. The driver hitting a cyclist, clipping a vehicle, and careening into 2 parked cars before catching fire. Milwaukee this year has reached nearly 6,000 stolen cars, which is a 23% decrease from last year. However, police chases have dramatically increased, reaching over 1,000 in 2023. TMJ4 News' Sean Gallagher says the pursuit policy for Milwaukee police differs from that of UW Milwaukee Police.
According to the department's standard operating procedures, they are only allowed to initiate a chase if the car is involved in a violent felony or presents a clear and immediate threat to safety of others. Milwaukee Police's policy goes even further, allowing officers to chase someone suspected of drug dealing or if they're involved in reckless driving.
One criticism of broad police chase policies is the risk to the public when chases get out of hand, such as ending in violent crashes. 2 people died in a crash involving a semi-truck in Sheboygan Falls Thursday. A 67-year-old woman in a Jeep traveling west on County Road J had stopped at the intersection on State Highway 32. She then continued west, pulling into the path of a semi-truck traveling south on the highway. The semi operated by a 26-year-old man from Denmark, Wisconsin. The woman and a 37-year-old passenger, both from Sheboygan, died from their injuries. Happening this morning in Kenosha, students, staff, and supporters holding a walk-in across from Lincoln Middle School today. This says the school district is set to vote on Tuesday whether or not to close multiple schools in Kenosha due to declining enrollment. Walk-in organizers say closing Lincoln would disproportionately impact low-income students as well as students of color. Back in October, KUSD Superintendent Jeff Weiss said the district is trying to best serve the needs of their families.
We are doing this in order to continue to provide high services for all of our families. I don't want to reduce services to our families. We may need to change where we offer those.
School Board President Yolanda Adams has said the board is facing a preliminary deficit of around $15 million. And the sentencing of Jesse Krzyzewski is now delayed after another twist in the eyedrop murder case.
Even though it means that this sentencing hearing must be adjourned.
Waukesha County Circuit Court Judge Jennifer Doro granting the motion filed by Krzyzewski's attorneys.
Motions to withdraw.
Including defense attorney Pablo Galaviz.
I looked at the filing by the state, contacted the state bar ethics. Granted by them, they said I should withdraw the case.
That filing was a 37-page letter, the prosecution says, is a set of instructions from Krzyzewski asking a friend to fake evidence. She denies writing it. Doro says she wants a thorough investigation and has scheduled a hearing for Krzyzewski in January to review the status of her new lawyers. Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 7:34.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Looking for a delicious value? Sendik's Quality Friday Fish Fry is the best around. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Coming up, was this selection a bit too saucy to watch on the plane? That story next.
Here's Chip Davis, founder of Mannheim Steamroller, with today's Christmas Countdown.
Christmas is only 16 days away, but the Christ child was actually born in the early spring. So why do we celebrate Christmas December 25th? Ancient people invented harvest and winter festivals for their various gods. In Rome, it was for Saturn, their god of agriculture. The Saturnalia was 7 days of revelry, complete with gift exchange. With the coming of Christianity, church elders looked to end all pagan rituals. And since the birth of Christ is not a fixed date in the scriptures, December 25th, the midpoint of Saturnalia, was picked for the new holiday, the Mass of Christ, the Christ Mass, hence Christmas. I'm Chip Davis of Mannheim Steamroller.
Brought to you by Commando.com, your trusted source for the latest news on everything digital. Get free newsletters with daily tech tips at Commando.com/subscribe.
Happy holidays. Yep, they are here. Hey, it's WTMJ's Brian Z. The holidays right around the corner. It's time for parties, family time, photos around that tree. Make sure your teeth are looking their best. Go see my guy, Dr. James Michaels at Oconomowoc Dental Care. You know about Dr. Michaels. I tell you about him all the time. Whether you or your family need a simple cleaning and exam, a more complex dental procedure for an ache or a pain, a teeth whitening, an implant, Dr. Michaels and the team at Oconomowoc Dental Care will always make you as comfortable as possible while you're in the chair and give both you and your family an amazing smile. At Oconomowoc Dental Care, affordable quality dentistry no longer a dream. It's the reality. Dr. Michaels' fantastic staff can help you out with a no-interest payment plan, no financial stress this holiday season. We all have to go to the dentist, so do not wait any longer. Go see my guy, Dr. James Michaels at Oconomowoc Dental Care.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:37.
Some good and bad news for the Packers on the injury front as they get set for Monday Night Football. Brandon's got that at 7:45.
So what's the deal when it comes to watching movies in airplanes?
I think it's a great question.
Can you watch anything? In Issue, New York Post has this story. An Australian named Jess says that she had an uncomfortable experience when she was watching Magic Mike's Last Dance on her flight from Bali to Australia.
Okay, and tell us what Magic's Mike Last Dance is about.
Actually, I never saw the full trilogy of Magic Mike's, but the first one was very good. It's basically about male strippers, and there's some other stuff involved. And he doesn't really want to be a stripper, but he becomes one. Channing Tatum is the main guy.
I actually really don't care. I just need to get to the fact that there's going to be some strippers.
Muscle
on the airport or in your little seat, right? So she was watching it.
She's watching it on
seat
it's one of the offerings, right?
Yeah.
And she watches that, and she gets a note by someone sitting near her, essentially shaming her. It says, "Hey, you're sinning right now. Here are ways you can repent." And it's offering the Bible, and I can help you with this. This note basically saying, "I see that you're watching something you shouldn't be watching. Here's how I can help you repent."
That almost takes it in a direction that's not really, to me, the main crux of the story. Which is okay. Without regard for why she got that note, you could be someone who's sitting with a kid.
Right
back there.
So Jess claims in the story that she did look around to make sure that there weren't any kids standing around. I have to admit, though, I just watched Hacksaw Ridge when I came back from vacation not that long ago.
A lot of stuff blowing up in that.
Yeah,
right?
It's about Desmond Doss, the guy from World War II, the pacifist who didn't want to carry a gun. Amazing story, but there's a lot of violence, and there's some love scenes and stuff in there, and I got uncomfortable. I was like, geez. And I'm looking around, I'm like, everyone okay that I'm watching this on this giant screen?
Look at this guy.
I mean, it's part of the airline entertainment. They are offering it. It's not like I was watching it on an iPad or something.
Yeah, I would say if the airlines wanted to sanitize that a bit and go, PG-13 or less, I could get behind that for exactly that reason. This is a really big public space where anyone can see that. I've thought about that on my phone. I'm starting to get through, finally, because we finally got HBO. Or Max or whatever they call it now. And so I'm finally doing Game of Thrones, 20 years late.
Watch that on a plane.
Boy, first couple of seasons, everybody's naked.
A lot of death, a lot of nudity.
Yeah, guys getting their heads chopped off and naked people all over the place. So I'm just, I'll be somewhere if I got a few minutes. I'm watching on the phone, and I'm exactly. You look around, you're like,
what am I doing?
Hey, right?
What's with that guy?
Somebody just walked by, and no.
Well, there was a moment that made me chuckle. There's a lot of violence in Hacksaw Ridge, and whenever they make an announcement, they'll pause the video on your screen. So hello, attention, hey guys, we're at 10,000 feet or whatever, the pilot will talk or whatever. Well, there's an explosion and a body exploding and a head flying one way, and it paused on that, and it said, "Hey, folks, we're 20 minutes from..."
Just there frozen on your screen?
Okay, there's this little bloody violence on my screen while he's telling me how long it's going to take for us to land at Milwaukee.
What about my solution, then? The airline just regulates that. Kick that down to PG-13, right?
I don't know. A lot of good R-rated movies, though.
News is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management's Money Talk. That's heard Saturdays at 10 right here on WTMJ.
We're still playing this in the background.
Your wealth, your legacy, your taxes. Without a doubt, they've changed from where you started. Is your old financial plan keeping up? Markets change. Families change. Taxes absolutely change. Be ready for what's next with the Annex Wealth Management Tax Smart Strategy Review. It's the best place to start with Annex for investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning by a fee-only fiduciary. No high-pressure sales. No advice that's not in your best interest. Zero commissions. The Annex tax team will dig in deep with your current plan to see what might have been missed, what could be more efficient, and how you could prepare for changes in tax laws. From there, they'll share strategies that could safeguard your wealth, because chances are, as you've gained wealth, your tax pictures become much more complex. We call it the Tax Smart Review because we're not just looking for the lowest taxes today. We look into the future through retirement and determine the best tax path for you and your family. Take a proactive approach. Get an Annex Wealth Management Tax Smart Strategy Review. Visit AnnexWealth.com/TaxSmart. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary. That's Annex Wealth Management.
Get the gift of savings Friday through Sunday, in-store only during Fleet Fest at Fleet Farm. Get a $10 gift card when you buy $50 in toys for the kids. Take an extra 20% off all varieties of wild bird food. And save $10 instantly on any $75 purchase for a limited time only with our seasonal savings coupon. Shop in-store this Friday through Sunday for even more Fleet Fest deals at Fleet Farm, where we have everything you need for everyone on your list.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, AzuraLiving.com.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law fights for those who fought for us. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied the VA benefits you're entitled to, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
At 7:43, let's get an update on the roads, Debbie.
All right, that accident northbound 41 near Main Street, Menominee Falls, that's been cleared up and out of the way, so we're looking good there. We do have some delays on 94 eastbound now, just east of 84th Street, all the way through the Stadium interchange. We've also got some delays along southbound 43 from Silver Spring all the way down towards Keefe. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Cloudier skies will build back into the forecast for your Friday, along with some breezy winds out of the southwest and high temperatures staying mild in the mid-50s. For tonight, rain will develop past midnight, low temperatures falling into the lower 40s. Saturday morning will bring more rain showers across the area. Those will clear out by the afternoon, leaving us with mostly cloudy skies and high temperatures in the 40s. The cooler air continues to work in for Sunday, mostly cloudy skies with a few morning flurries possible, high temperatures in the upper 30s. Upper 30s will continue into Monday with mostly sunny skies. We'll get back close to 40 by Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
And we're at 46 in Milwaukee. See what you did there? I'm going to talk to Greg Pancake Hill, producer of this year's program, right now because we are giving away. So you get it? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Big time comedy act coming to Milwaukee next fall. You can get a pair of tickets from us. It's Sebastian Maniscalco. He is coming to Fiserv Forum. And we've got 2 tickets available right now. Now, you can get them yourself. They're on sale right now at SebastianLive.com. But we've got a pair for caller number 5 to the Old National Bank talk and text line. 855-616-1620 gets a pair of tickets to the show. So we've given away, well, this will be 10. 2 each day here on Wisconsin's Morning News. You are welcome.
Wow, this is fabulous!
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
When you're in pain, you're all ears to any and everybody telling you they can help you. And at Rejuvenex, we're one of them. And there are others. But the difference here is that in most cases, insurance covers the cost of our treatments. Because our proprietary and powerful pain relief treatments are FDA approved. Others, like bioregenerative options, aren't covered by insurance because they're not FDA approved and considered experimental. At Rejuvenex, our treatments are precisely administered to where your pain lives, to cushion and lubricate your affected areas to deliver long-lasting pain relief, sometimes as long as 2 years before a next treatment is needed. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Pain Clinics. We can alleviate your pain, and that'll rejuvenate your life. It's pain relief. Really.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Looking for a connection? Hi, everybody. Debbie Lazaga here for Hall Mazda, and you can find your connection during Mazda's Season of Inspiration. Connection is what Mazda is all about. Their cars are designed for connection between the driver and the car, with all the features centered around the driver, everything from driving controls to climate controls to entertainment controls right at your fingertips, letting you keep your eyes on the road where they should be. And Hall has an extra connection, the connection to their customers. You see, Hall is a family-owned and operated dealership since 1926. They're on their 4th generation even. How's that for family connection? You get that family feel and personal attention to every detail, whether you do go in for work in their exceptional service department or you go in for a brand new ride. If you're looking for that family feel in a pretty important transaction, my suggestion, check out Hall Mazda. It's Hall good.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The Milwaukee Bucks in-season tournament came to an end on Thursday afternoon as the Indiana Pacers go on for the 128-119 semifinal win, knocking out the top-seeded Bucks. Despite the tough loss, though, Milwaukee guard Damian Lillard speaking highly about making it to the tournament's Final Four.
It was pretty cool to be a part of. Just, it's an all or nothing situation, but it's not the end of the season, so it's not quite like the playoffs, but it's something to get up for, it's some new excitement, it's a prize in the end that everybody's kind of hunting for. And then you look at the trip to Vegas and they roll out the red carpet, just all of the different things that they've made of it.
The 15-7 Bucks will have the weekend off before they welcome in the Chicago Bulls on Monday night. The 6-6 Green Bay Packers are winners of their last 3 games and will look to make it 4 on Monday night in New York. Despite multiple injuries all over for the Pack, according to quarterback Jordan Love, it's a major credit for this team to keep on winning.
Yeah, guys are stepping up. Obviously, in the running back room, a lot of guys have stepped up and played. AJ's been doing a really good job with a load of the carries. And then obviously in the tight end room, Tucker has done a really good job. Ben Sims stepped up. So this guy is just stepping up. It's that next man up mentality, and guys are taking advantage of their opportunity.
During the Packers' win streak, Love has elevated his play to new heights, sparking the potential of making the playoffs in year 1 of starting. QB1 also speaking on what this last month has done for him as a player.
Yeah, it's done a lot, obviously. Just to get rolling and get back on a win streak right now has been huge just for the team and for myself. But I think more than anything, it's just giving us that confidence and let us go out there and play free, play fast. But obviously, I think things are starting to come together for us. And we're executing plays and just playing at a high level right now.
Lastly, we'll head over to college volleyball, where the third-ranked Wisconsin women's volleyball team defeated 14th-ranked Penn State on Thursday to advance to another Elite Eight.
Robinson, still alive. Not anymore.
Not anymore, and either is Penn State. The call there on ESPN is the Badgers will now face off with the Oregon Ducks for a chance to head back to the Final Four. Volleyball in Wisconsin, Vince, still alive and kicking, doing very, very well. I anticipate another Final Four appearance from our Badgers.
Where's women's volleyball been all our lives? Like, it's exciting. I found myself watching that.
Insanely incredible.
Right.
Did you see the lineup for the Wisconsin Badgers? They had their
stacked.
They had their heights measured up to NBA players. Like LeBron James is on,
yeah.
These, they are incredible athletes. It is fun to watch.
But why is it blowing up now? Like, we've had women's volleyball for a long time. When my kids were super little, this is how, I don't want to say it was unpopular, but it wasn't where it is now. They all liked Bucky Badger, right? So one of my cousins lives in the Madison area. He's a huge Badgers guy. He goes, you know what you should do? Like, if you want the kids to meet Bucky, go to a women's volleyball game. They play, it was a Sunday afternoon we went. Like the band, small part of the band is there, and Bucky's there, and he comes up, and since there aren't a lot of fans there, you can go up and talk to Bucky, and it was super cool, and it was great. I was actually stuck on the volleyball and all that, but that tells you where just in the last 15 years or so, this has gone to, go there. Not a lot of people go to those games to selling out the Kohl Center.
I was going to say, you're lucky to get a seat now.
Right? 7:50, we got Mark Tauscher coming up next on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Looking for a fun family activity to get in the holiday spirit? Visit or volunteer for Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive in Grafton on Saturday, December 9th. It's a totally free event. Capco is dedicated to bringing communities together and has collected nearly 300,000 toys through Kids to Kids, and still counting. Join us and WTMJ for a celebration of giving and bring a new unwrapped toy to help children in need this holiday season. To support, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com.
And don't forget to bring toys.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Well, Santa has been talking about a very special gift you can unwrap now, but pay for a year and a half later. Let Pella replace your leaky windows and doors while you put no money down and make no payments with no interest for 18 months. Pella's elves install year-round and can finish installation in as little as a day. Hurry up, though. This incredible deal ends on December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
Do more together this holiday in a new Chevy. Take on more adventure in the strong and capable Chevy Silverado. More confidence in the Chevy Equinox, winner of the J.D. Power Award for initial quality among compact SUVs 2 years running. And more value in the all-new Chevy Trax with an available 11-inch diagonal touchscreen. Bring the holidays together in a new Chevy. Visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com. For JD Power 2023 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Set your independence in motion. It starts with PACE at Community Care. The program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, also known as PACE, offers complete medical and long-term care services. A team of dedicated healthcare professionals coordinates all aspects of care to support independent living as long as possible. Learn more about a community that cares. Visit joinpacewi.com or call 833-900-PACE. That's joinpacewi.com or call 833-900-PACE.
Traffic is sponsored by Harwood Place Senior Living. Learn more about Harwood Place Retirement Living's newly renovated apartments and updated pricing options. Visit harwoodplace.org or call to schedule a tour.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
7:53. What do you have on the roads, Deb?
Well, we got some delays along southbound 43 now from before Hampton Avenue all the way down towards Keith. Northbound's backing up from North Avenue up to Keith. Westbound on 94, a little bit tight through the stadium interchange. There's a broken down vehicle on the eastbound side at Mitchell Boulevard off on the right shoulder. Might be adding to your complicated ride. It's not all that complicated, but we are seeing delays from 76th Street all the way through the stadium interchange. And 41 north and southbound looking good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast sponsored by Dave Dre Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. For today, we've got a high of 56 degrees. Folks have been texting me, you going golfing today? Wish I could, but you can. Some courses are open. Rain moving in late tonight, low down to 43, and then that fairy tale is over because the rain moves in or sticks around for a little bit of Saturday. High of 49 degrees and temperatures start dropping in the afternoon. Sunday, we're back down to 37 degrees with some morning flurries possible. Right now, 46 in Milwaukee.
Idea Man.
If I am a food producer, I'm looking at bowl games and saying, I can get a lot of love for a very reasonable amount of money to get into these bowls.
Innovator.
Some kind of a bacon bowl where you just get something engrossed in bacon. Like a trophy that's bacon loaded.
And Packers Hall of Famer.
You guys laugh at this, but when you start looking at the bowls outside of the college football playoff, Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, what are we talking about? We're not talking about the Gasparilla Bowl. Right. We're talking about Pop-Tarts, bacon, and dipping chicken wings.
It's time for Tausch on Wisconsin's Morning News. Presented by your Wisconsin Chevy dealers.
7:54, Mark Tauscher on Wisconsin's Morning News, sponsored by your Southeastern Wisconsin Chevy dealers. Tausch, how about them Lady Badgers on the volleyball court?
Yeah, I was listening to you talking about taking your kids and why it's a big, how it's becoming a big deal. Well, we've become the premier program in the country. That always helps.
Yeah, that helps.
I just think people didn't get exposed to it. I give Kelly Sheffield, Wisconsin's coach, a ton of credit because he's gotten onto this platform where he's winning. He won a national championship, been in the mix, and continued to push the ESPNs, the Foxes of the world to put it on TV. And it's the old Kevin Costner line. You put it out, if you build it, they will come. I think once you started seeing it, and, I love all sports, but just from an exciting and kind of an attention deficit new society that we're in, volleyball's got nonstop action, and it's exciting to watch. You don't know when the play's over. When you're talking high-end teams like we're at now, when you're down to the grade 8, it's just a really fun sport to watch, and I think that's why it's picking up. And it's always great when your favorite team or your favorite school is great at something. I've been pushing women's hockey for years. When my SEC buddies are talking about championships, and so yeah, that's great. But you know who else? The Wisconsin women's hockey team, championship after championship. So I think it's a combination of all those things. But I am really looking for – I think if Wisconsin plays Nebraska in that national – we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But if they end up playing in the national championship, I think that game will do bonko numbers on ESPN.
On the issue of getting ahead of ourselves, Eric and I seem to be taking some today because we had the conversation about where you hang the championship banner if the Bucks win the in-season tournament.
Yeah, it wasn't
perhaps a bit too early.
Yeah, we did, and I don't know about you guys, but I was watching it, And I was disappointed. And I think that's the beauty of this in-season tournament, because a lot of people are on Twitter and saying, oh, it's not that big a deal. And it's not in the grand scheme of things. But would we ever have done that if it was a normal game at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis and we went to give it 2 rips? I found myself really disappointed that we couldn't have that conversation about where to hang the baby banner in Fiserv. So it was, I think the NBA, they got the Lakers in the championship, LeBron out in Vegas. I think it's been a raging success. And I found myself as a Bucks fan disappointed that we ended up getting knocked off.
100% agree with you there, Tausch. We were talking about it earlier with Brandon, that any other loss in December I could care less about, but this one bothered me.
Yeah, it's so, I mean, in the grants, it's so silly, but I think that's the beauty of it. And I think that's why that, the NBA kind of got what they were looking for. And, I'm sure after kind of reviewing it, they'll tweak it and try to figure out how they can maybe streamline it so there's not games in between. I don't know if they'll be able to pull that off, but I think all in all, even from the Bucs standpoint with a disappointing loss, I can't think of anyone that would say this wasn't a raging success.
I'm all for spicing it up, too, and having some things different, and I appreciate the NBA wanted to give it a different look, but that court last night was ridiculous. Those guys, it looked like a video game. Like, you could almost have sold to me, like, hey, this is a virtual reality game between with the Bucs out there as, avatars.
Well, Vinny, I think that's exactly what they were trying to get you to think. So, the Miami Heat game when the Bucs played down there, I literally isn't the color red? That's for when it's that red. There's some psychological testing that's been done that's triggers certain. I didn't like that either, but you know what? I don't think we're the demo that the NBA was looking for. I think this is young and hip, and I know you're hip.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you're young.
I might be younger than I am hip, and I ain't young.
Dame Lillard was asked about what could make it better, and he told Rachel Nichols that there are 2 things that could make it better next year. One is more money. Give the players more money, and they'll play even more. Right?
There you go.
The other thing he said is you got to change the floors.
Is that right? Well, I'm
on that, right?
I'm definitely on board with that. I think the money. I mean, at some point, you know what? I'm a capitalist. I'm not gonna say anything on that, but I think the fellas have played really hard, and the fact that we've seen that, why don't we see that every night? You're making a bunch of money. Let's go. I don't think you need to be for, you know what I mean? Let's go, guys. The fact that these guys are all playing now, I like that. Hopefully we can keep that spirit so that the NBA regular season can be as important, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one.
Talk again next week. Have a great weekend, Tausch.
You too, guys.
Business headlines up next. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Rich Kirchen.
Northwestern Mutual CEO John Schlifsky is the Business Journal's Executive of the Year. He's not only led the company's latest downtown office tower project, but also fundraises for the RNC while supporting Microsoft and Brewers stadium efforts. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation gets federal funding to study possible sites for new Amtrak stations and capital improvements to expand service. New routes could link Milwaukee with Green Bay and Madison. Town Bank plans to open multiple new branches next year. They're on East Capitol Drive in Milwaukee, Mequon on Port Washington Road, and Madison's West Side. I'm Rich Kirchen with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
Traffic is sponsored by Evans Transportation Services. Thank heavens for Evans.
Isn't this the best time of year? Wisconsin has the green and gold, Milwaukee Hoops, Wisconsin football, basketball, and volleyball. What more can Wisconsin sports fans ask for? As Wisconsin's 3PL, Evans Transportation knows that it takes a team effort to make things happen. And when it comes to manufacturers' accounting, shipping, and tracking needs, Evans is the supply chain team you're looking for. Good luck to all Wisconsin teams from Wisconsin's 3PL in Delafield. Find them at evanstrans.com. That's evanstrans.com.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
Hey, WTMJ's John Rourke here. Guthrie and Fry provides the best water service at the most competitive prices. Water softeners, iron filters, well pump and service repair, salt delivery, they do it all. They take care of their customers like their family. They protect the water in my house. They say better water makes a big difference, and it sure does. Let them take care of you the way they take care of me. It's Guthrie and Fry since 1974. GuthrieFryWater.com.
Better water makes a big difference. Guthrie and Fry.
Is your paycheck not going as far as it used to? You'll make good money at John Deere Horicon Works. Full-time factory workers at John Deere Horicon Works start at $23 to $25 per hour plus health insurance with no premiums and annual wage increases. Potential bonuses, $1,000 sign-on bonuses, and more at John Deere Horicon Works. So if you're tired of that small paycheck, move up to the big time at John Deere Horicon. Apply now at Deere.com/Horicon. That's Deere.com/Horicon.
For WTMJ contest rules, visit WTMJ.com/contests. WTMJ is live at the Capco Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive at the Kasmeric Center for Human Performance in Grafton. And we're still accepting monetary donations. Anything you can give helps. Head to WTMJ.com and click on the Capco's Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive under the Features tab. Thank you for making a difference this holiday season. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 8 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Friday, December 8th. Our top story, concern over a rise in Milwaukee police chases.
I'm Eric Bilstead. More indictments for the president's son.
I'm Debbie Lazigo. We do have southbound 43 backing up from Hampton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing down from just north of Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keefe. And then on eastbound 94, a little bit heavy between Hawley Road and 27th Street. I'm Debbie Lazigo with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Clouds return today with a high of 56 degrees. Rain moving in late tonight. Tonight's low 43. We're at 46 right now in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, 3 stolen car chases in just 12 hours in Milwaukee. Let's start with the first. This is Wednesday night. Vehicle driving recklessly crashed into a daycare at 13th and Layton. Then there's another chase. This one started at 3 in the morning. Thursday, MPD spotted a stolen vehicle about 91st and Silver Spring. They started chasing the vehicle. Ended with 2 people getting shot by Milwaukee police at 51st and Hampton after they fled on foot. Then after 11 o'clock, this is middle of the day, 11 in the morning, Thursday, UW Milwaukee police chasing a vehicle. They suspected to be stolen. The driver hit someone who was riding a bike, then clipped another vehicle and careened into 2 parked cars, and they all caught fire. The occupants of the stolen car took off on foot. They're still out there somewhere. MPD has not announced any arrests.
There's been nearly 6,000 stolen cars in Milwaukee so far this year. That's a 23% decrease from last year. Police chases, though, have gone up dramatically. TMJ4's Sean Gallagher says the pursuit policy for Milwaukee police officers differs from that of UWM police.
According to the department's standard operating procedures, they are only allowed to initiate a chase if the car is involved in a violent felony or presents a clear and immediate threat to safety of others. Milwaukee Police's policy goes even further, allowing officers to chase someone suspected of drug dealing or if they're involved in reckless driving.
Students and staff, supporters holding a walk-in across from Lincoln Middle School in Kenosha this morning. WTMJ's Adam Roberts is live in the Breaking News Center with what this is about.
That's right, Vince. This walk-in taking place as the school district is set to vote on Tuesday whether or not to close multiple schools in Kenosha due to declining enrollment, among other factors. Walk-in organizers say closing Lincoln and other schools would disproportionately impact low-income students as well as students of color. Now, back in October, KUSD Superintendent Jeff Weiss said the district is trying to best serve the needs of their families.
We are doing this in order to continue to provide high services for all of our families. I don't want to reduce services to our families. We may need to change where we offer those.
And School Board President Yolanda Adams has said the board is facing a preliminary deficit of around $15 million. Live in the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts.
President Biden's son Hunter has now been indicted by a federal grand jury in California on 9 tax-related charges. CBS correspondent Catherine Herridge.
The sprawling indictment brought by special counsel David Weiss alleges Hunter Biden engaged in a 4-year scheme to avoid paying at least $1.4 million in federal taxes. The president's son is accused of taking false business deductions to reduce his tax liability. The indictment alleges he spent this money on drugs, escorts, and girlfriends, luxury hotels, and exotic cars.
Hunter Biden's attorney said in a statement that if Hunter's name was anything other than Biden, the charges would not have been brought.
Coming up, still another year before a famous cathedral reopens. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:07.
With crushing inflation affecting so many families, you can still enjoy a super affordable meal and Friday fish fry at the famous Mine Shaft restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I love the Mine Shaft. It's been locally family owned for over 46 years. I've been taking my kids and family here for more than a decade. The food is delicious. Huge portions, holiday lights and decorations. It's super fun. Most breakfasts are $8.99 or less every Wednesday and Friday. The fish fry is just $9.99 and all you can eat. Don't pay $16 to $20 for a fish fry. It's $9.99 at the Mine Shaft. That's a crazy low price. Desserts are buy one, get one free, even today, even during the holidays. Your kids and grandkids can safely play in that world-class game room quietly tucked away from the dining area. And the Saturday prime rib dinner is under $25. Sunday brunch, under $15. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh. Enjoy the all-you-can-eat fish fry today for under $10. Reserve your table, mineshaft.restaurant.com.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Our production department really kicked it into gear this season, and we finished before we thought we would. And we'd like to keep our people working until the snow flies, so we're going to offer a discount. Now, a lot of discounts you hear about, they're just off an already inflated rate that ends up right in the same slot as everybody else. In this case, because we're past our break-even point, we can offer a real discount. And here it is. We can afford to take 10% off your roofing project if you call and sign up before the end of the year. If we can't get to it because the weather turns south on us, we'll still hold your price for next year. And this isn't some fugazi discount. It's 10% off what our pricing would normally be. It's for roofs only, and it expires at the end of the year. So take advantage of a nice discount on top quality workmanship from good people who care. We're Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:09.
Important to know your trash from your recycling this holiday season. The Department of Natural Resources reminding people that many recyclable items are banned from landfills, including cardboard, newspaper, aluminum cans, glass bottles. When it comes to holiday waste, wrapping paper without glitter or foil should be recycled. Other items like tissue paper, light strings, plastic bags should not go in the recycling bin. Holiday lights and other electronics like rechargeable batteries, those you got to take to the electronics recycling site nearest you.
3 staffers at an assisted living facility in Kenosha now face criminal charges in the death of an 89-year-old resident. Died of exposure to the elements last December.
Parkside Manor Assisted Living and Memory Care employees Liliana Lozano, Susan Valentine, and DeMonte Collins are each facing charges of recklessly abusing patients causing death. That's in connection to the death of Helen End in December 2022. End was found dead outside the facility. An autopsy revealing her cause of death as hypothermia due to exposure to the cold. She's believed to have wandered outside after midnight when temperatures were well below freezing. According to criminal complaints, numerous policies were not followed, leading to residents being unattended for hours. All 3 face up to 40 years in prison and $100,000 in fines. Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Today marks a year until Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris is set to reopen. Restoration continues following that devastating fire back in 2019.
He's been keenly following the restoration, and French President Emmanuel Macron was back at Notre Dame today. There is still much to be done, both on the roof and inside the cathedral. But Macron said that while the task he had set of reopening 5 years after the fire had seemed impossible, the restoration is on track. Last week, a new milestone, as the wooden framework of the spire rose again in the Paris skyline. Elaine Cobb, CBS News, Paris.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:11.
Join in on the fun this holiday season with a trip to Winky's Hallmark and Gifts, where you will find something for everyone on your list. Shop from our vast selection of unique gifts and specialty souvenir items. Enjoy delicious candies and chocolates made locally and imported from Europe. Deck your halls with home decor and candles that will set the mood for any occasion. Visit us on the corner of Silver Spring and Lake Drive in Whitefish Bay or shop online at winkiesgifts.com.
Gotta get to Winkies now.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, AzuraLiving.com.
Staples stores provide innovative products and services for small business, remote workers and learners, even teachers and parents. Explore more at your local Staples store.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
One more check on the roads here real quick. Debbie, what do you got?
We got an accident now. Actually, it's a disabled vehicle. Northbound 43 at North Avenue, the right lane is blocked. Normally, I wouldn't mention the disableds because they do end up getting taken care of pretty quickly, but I mean the broken down vehicles, but this one's blocking traffic. So we are definitely seeing backups coming out of the Fond du Lac Avenue area. Heads up with that. Southbound 43 actually getting a little bit better. It's just slow right around the Capitol Drive area. And then eastbound 94, a bit slow coming out of the Stadium interchange towards 35th Street. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast high of 56 degrees today under cloudy skies with rain moving in late and a low down to 43. Right now, 46 in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
.814 Wisconsin's Morning News. Someone talked about Touched a Nerve, and it goes along this theme. Jeff Wagner, who has, 5 shows left? 6?
Today and next
Handful?
week.
Okay, so that'd be 6.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things he says very often on his show, just because you have a right to do something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
Sure.
Variation on that, as it relates to this story, would be just because you're allowed to do it doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah, I'm split on this one too. So there's a story that's making the rounds now. A lady named Jess had settled into her seat for her flight from Bali to Sydney. She's Australian. And she decides she's going to pop on one of the movies that pops on. You know, a lot of these airlines nowadays offer Wi-Fi in some fashion. So you can either watch via their Wi-Fi something on a mobile device, or oftentimes they'll have a giant screen, not giant, but a screen in the seat in front of you, right?
We just flew JetBlue to New York, and that service was free. Like nothing, you didn't have to do anything, just it came up. Here's a menu of stuff, whole bunch of TV shows. There was live programming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is kind of cool.
And then movies. And they have a whole menu of movies you can watch.
By the way, side note, watching NFL football on a plane isn't always as great as I think it's going to be.
Really? I watched the Badger game. It was awesome.
I struggled with it. The screen was too close to my face or something. I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it'd be. Anyway, this lady decided she was going to watch Magic Mike's Last Dance. If you know anything about the Magic Mike movie series, the first one actually was really good. It was a thriller. Steven Soderbergh was the director. I mean, it's a good movie, but there's a lot of males with their shirts off, a lot of steamy, sexy dancing, a lot of that kind of stuff. And the last one, Magic Mike's Last Dance, also has a lot of that in it. So
a lot of Mike?
It's called the steamy threequel, if you will, full of thirsty dance scenes and all 8 of Channing Tatum's abs. He's the actor in it. It's always going to be a risky watch on a plane. Like, you got to think twice about that.
Well, that's exactly the crux of the story. All right, continue.
So Jess said she had initial reservations about punching it up. And by the way, this is a movie that is offered via the airline's offerings. It says, here are the movies, and then this one pops up. So she did look around. I checked to make sure there would be, kids like sitting behind me or around me, and there weren't. So she popped it on. Starts watching it. Selma Hayek is in a scene. They're having some oiled up dancing, if you will, in the kitchen and elsewhere. Yeah, dancing.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's happening. And she gets a tap on her shoulder and a note handed to her. And she says she hardly even pays attention at first. I accepted it without even glancing down to see what was written because she was so enthralled by what was happening on the screen.
Captivated.
When I took a quick look, the shock hit me and I went silent. Up until that moment, we'd had very little interaction. She's talking about the lady who handed her the note. The note basically said, hey, if you're looking for forgiveness since you're a sinner, I can help you with repenting. Meaning hey, I know a lot about Christ. I can help you through this because you're clearly sinning right now is basically what the note said. Now, the note was written nicely. It wasn't hey, how dare you? But it was a note basically saying, yeah, as a sinner right now, I can help you repent if you'd like.
So clearly this is a woman who, without regard for, the message that she was trying to send, also probably didn't care to see that. Right?
Correct.
Probably. And I think we live in a world where we're all overly offended to some extent. Sometimes you got to walk by something and shrug it off, right?
Yeah,
but
sure.
If you're, in close proximity to the person who's watching some content that probably for this woman she found very offensive,
so
she didn't care to see that.
This story popped up. We talked about it earlier on Wisconsin's Morning News, and we did get some texts about it. And some people saying, you got to remember who's sitting behind you because people sitting behind you can actually see through the cracks and see what you're watching.
Yeah, or the kid next to you.
Yeah.
I mean, not even in the same row. Imagine a kid on the aisle and you're on the other aisle.
Now, so I just watched Hacksaw Ridge. I just flew back, a month ago. And Hacksaw Ridge is a World War II movie, very violent. It's an amazing true story about a guy named Desmond Doss, who's a pacifist, who saves countless lives, scores and scores of lives.
Well, this is the guy who wouldn't carry the gun,
Wouldn't
right?
carry a gun.
Okay.
And it's an amazing story. And actually, the movie's pretty good. It's super violent. It's super violent. And there's some skin in it, too, that I wasn't expecting. Now, before I popped it on, I have to admit, I did
You did the look around.
I did read the room. But I was a little embarrassed because it's very violent. And at one point, I'm watching this violent scene of war, and it pauses because the pilot says something. And so whenever the pilot or the flight attendant would announce something to the cabin, it'll pause your movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it paused on a body getting blown up. And I'm come on.
Limbs are airborne.
Yeah.
Great.
And of course, it's the longest conversation. The pilot couldn't stop talking. I'm all right, can we...
If you look below you now.
And you'll see what A23, that seat right now, is watching, and they seem to be enjoying a bloody movie. Anyway, I would not have watched that movie in particular had I had an 8-year-old sitting next to me.
But you could have.
Correct,
Right?
since it was offered to me via the airline.
So I think that prompts the question. If you want to sound off, 855-616-1620 is the Old National Bank talk and text line. Old National Bank. Get old. Give Pancake a call back there. We'll put you on the air or send us a text. Just whose responsibility is it really? Because it is offered. So is it the airline's responsibility? Should they not be offering those films? Should you go PG-13 or even PG or lower?
Got a couple of texts suggesting it should be just PG.
Or is it just, hey, look, most of the people on this aircraft are adults. You read the room. It's on you what you put in front of you and put up in that screen.
From the 608, I have a real issue with the type of movies that are allowed to be watched on planes. I just came back from a long trip from Europe, and it's amazing the movies that are available to watch when there are children on board.
So another one, too. It seems like most folks coming down on, in that in that area.
If there are just adults around, then is that okay then?
And people in the back seat can see what people in the row ahead of them are watching. It's not just the people next to you.
But it's not. And I don't.
Another text.
I don't disagree. However, okay, then I'm not going to watch through the crack of what the person in front of me is going to watch. No one's forcing me to watch whatever they're watching in the seat ahead.
Somebody just texted in. I would have sent the note back to that lady saying, "Stop creeping on me. mind your own beeswax.
You don't have to watch it."
I've run into that. Watching stuff on my phone. I told you earlier, I'm finally getting around to Game of Thrones, which, yes, I know. When did that end? 5 years ago?
At least.
Right, okay. But we finally got whatever streaming service it's on. I think Max, right? You made me get Max. All the shows you were watching.
There are a lot of good
there.
shows.
So, right.
And
I'm
you're welcome, by the way.
All right, I will dive in, and it's fantastic. But, I'll watch it at the gym. I had this thought. So I do elliptical at the gym, so I'm on the and I've got it on my phone right there. Man, a lot of people are naked those first few seasons.
Yeah.
A lot of naked people.
So then you're that weirdo that's watching porn while doing elliptical
right?
stuff.
If somebody walks by at the time, you just glance over, bunch of naked people.
Yeah, but
Look at this creep.
Then they show a dragon, so at least they know. You have some taste, I guess, right?
And then some guy loses his head.
Right? Yeah, okay. All right. I know what Vitrano's watching.
So, right, I had that conscious thought of, I'm in public here. Hadn't even thought of the thing of maybe you would walk by and see some offensive content, but also it was more through the lens of I wouldn't want to walk by and say, that guy from the radio watching porn at the gym?
And then
what
all of a sudden they're taking a video of you. Look at this guy.
Right?
Look at this weirdo. From the 262 on the Old National Bank Talk and Text line. I was recently on a plane, started watching some series, probably similar to what you're talking about. A very explicit series came on. There were no kids around me, but I turned it off immediately out of a courtesy to the people around me because of the scene that popped on. I think those types of movies or series should not be offered on planes.
Yeah, and this one, no,
but there's nothing left to watch
in
then.
public. PG only. Watch the others at home or read a book. It's pretty good advice, actually.
PG only, boy. They don't make PG movies like they used to, though.
They really don't. I would put it on the airline, and if I flew on an airline that said, "Look, we only offer PG or lower," I would have zero problem with that.
But say that you were looking. If you were like all excited to fly to New York, you had a long flight, and you're like, I'm going to binge watch Game of Thrones. I can't wait. I'm going to burn through the last half of the series. I can't wait. I'm going to watch a whole bunch. And then you see that you're next to a 10-year-old who's not your kid, but a 10-year-old. So what are you doing? Are you?
Yeah, I think I'm not firing that up unless I feel like I can totally angle my screen away from the kid.
Well, definitely not the ones that are on the seat.
Right? No, for sure. No, I wouldn't do it. Just even if you took out the issue of, the others around you, just the creep factor of I don't want somebody looking at me going, what's this creep watching?
What about this? You're like, okay, I can't wait. I'm going to pop open my bag of nuts that I got. I brought these. I can't wait to watch this, NFL movie, this football game. And the kid next to you says, hey, I got a food allergy. Can you not pop those peanuts?
Then absolutely. We already do that, right? You got the nut-free table at school and all sorts of stuff like that, right?
Curious. Because not everyone would agree with that.
What, are you going to open?
I know.
I'm going to eat my nuts.
You know me better. You know me better than that. But I guarantee someone will text that. So I can eat whatever I want.
Why can't I have my nuts?
I don't care if the kid's 10.
I think so. Again, where I come down, if the airline wants to regulate it, and I think they very well could. I'm not going to make a capital case out of it, but I have had that thought of what's available on there. It might be wise to go drop that down a rating level, and we all bear the personal responsibility of what we're watching on our screens and who's around us.
Well, pretty soon we'll all be wearing VR masks anyway, so we can watch whatever we want and no one will know.
8:24 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Traffic is sponsored by the Bartolotta Restaurants. Find the perfect holiday gift card at bartolottas.com, Deb.
All right, northbound 43 still have that broken down vehicle stuck in that right lane. So you're going to see, it's right about at North Avenue. You're going to see delays coming out of the Marquette interchange up to that point. Southbound on 43, a little heavy from Hampton Avenue down past Locust. The rest of the system looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano.
Greg Matzik. John Mercuri.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead, and 'tis the season of giving.
Join WTMJ and Capco Metal Stamping for our Capco Kids to Kids Christmas Toy Drive this Saturday, December 9th.
There's still time to make monetary donations, and it's so easy. Just head to WTMJ.com, click the Capco's Kids to Kids banner, and donate whatever you can.
Every little bit helps. It's the Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive here on WTMJ.
And now, time for the Matzik Morning Minute. Take it away, Greg Matzik.
Giannis scores 37 points and the Bucks erase a 12-point first-half deficit in the second half, but the Pacers storm back behind 27 from Oshkosh native Tyrese Halliburton to earn a 128-119 win in Las Vegas.
Step back three on the way. Halliburton flicks the wrist and plants it right in the heart of the cylinder. The Wisconsin native delivers the dagger with 48 seconds to go. His team leads by 8.
The Pacers advance to the finals of the NBA's in-season tournament. They'll take on the Lakers, who dismissed the Pelicans last night. The Bucks return home for a Monday night matchup against the Bulls. Packers running back Aaron Jones returns to practice. Christian Watson sits out with a hamstring injury. Packers travel to New Jersey to take on the Giants on Monday Night Football.
We know exactly what position we're in.
Every game is like a playoff game for us. We know that mentality. We got to win out. So this team doesn't need a reminder of that.
Thursday night football, the New England Patriots pick up their third win of the season, a 21-18 win over the Steelers.
Matzik Morning Minute, sponsored by Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Greg Matzik here for Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac. Hey, add more joy to your holiday season in a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC, or explore the benefits of a GM-certified pre-owned model. Shop the year-end sale now to score enticing offers, get more for your trade, and enjoy Team Holiday's genuine guest care. It's the stuff that makes fans of drivers from all over Wisconsin fans like me. Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Automotive, Highway 41 and 23 in Fond du Lac, and at holidaygm.com. It's worth the trip.
It's never too early to start making your list and checking it twice. Give the gift of a delicious Milwaukee food and city tours experience this holiday season. From a walking tour on Brady Street to our tacos and tequila bus tour or our beloved Christmas bakery bus tour, we have something for all tastes. Plus, we're offering a 15% discount on all gift card purchases through the end of the year. Send your clients, colleagues, or family this delicious gift at MilwaukeeFoodTours.com.
So I came to Advent because I was experiencing recurrent sinus infections. As a new mom, it was really kind of difficult.
Many of our patients complain of sinus infections. The headaches, fatigue, and nasal stuffiness have a profound effect on their lives.
I just felt like your sickness starts affecting your energy level and, the things that you really enjoy doing. That really was a breaking point for me.
So Molly came to Advent. Abnormally tight sinuses and swollen turbinates led to simple breathing triangle solutions that ended up taking about 20 minutes in office. And very soon thereafter, she was breathing freely.
I'm just in awe at the amount of air that that I'm able to breathe in and out each night, and I haven't had a sinus infection since the procedure.
I'm Dr. Madan Kandula. When you breathe well, you do live better.
Results may vary.
Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive is bringing us all together again to collect toys for children in need.
Join Capco and WTMJ for a celebration of gift giving on December 9th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton.
This is more than just a toy drive. It's kids helping kids.
We are learning about the importance of gift giving along with other kids and families all over southeastern Wisconsin.
Experience the joy of giving on December 9th.
And don't forget to bring toys.
Help us make a difference this Christmas. Visit kidstokidstoydrive.com.
8:29 on Wisconsin's Morning News. It was suggested that there could be a sanitized version of films that might run. Let's talk about when we were kids, we first got exposed to some of the classics. Blues Brothers, Animal House, Caddyshack, the Airplanes. On TV, they all had an edit-down version.
In some cases, I know they've actually even re-edited scenes.
Breakfast Club edited out the word shorts. Eat my shorts. They changed it to socks.
Yeah,
in the TV version.
So I don't know if that happens much anymore.
They don't do it anymore, right?
For Airplanes. Here's one quick text on it. In my opinion, it's ultimately up to the parent. If there's someone on the plane watching an R-rated movie, the parent can switch seats with that child who'd be nearby. The United States is the only country in the world that has hang-ups with nudity.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know. It shouldn't have to be on you to shield your kid from harmful material from the person sitting next to you.
Another one here from the 262. In this day and age, why would you worry about the person sitting next to you?
Nobody cares about anybody at all anymore, ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. I don't know. I there's not a right or a wrong. I feel like there's elements of shades of gray to this situation.
WTMJ's Steve Scafidi is in Grafton right now. He's getting set to launch our Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive initiative through the day. Before we talk about that, Steve, you want to weigh in on this thing? You're sitting on a flight to wherever, and you want to download or watch in the seat back in front of you sort of a saucy movie. Maybe it's got a little bit of nudity in it. Maybe it's got some violent content. Is that on you to worry about who's sitting around you?
I think so. I mean, this happened to me when I was coming back from, I think, France or Germany earlier in the year. I was watching it was an innocent movie, but nudity has been part of film for a long time, and I actually stopped the film because it started to get to a thing. Not that there was anyone directly next to me, but I didn't know who was behind me, and the seats have a big gap, so I didn't want. I felt awkward, so I shut it down.
What if you were sitting next to someone watching something? Would you? Hey,
as an adult, I'm not going to care. It's more kids that I would think about.
Sure.
Yes. Hey, what you watching there?
Well, it is a weird feeling though, because I mean, somebody just texted in that we have this weird hang up about nudity. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Well, it's not just that though; it's violence. Sexual violence, that stuff. That would be really creepy.
It came up because there's a story about a woman who was watching Magic Mike, the third one of the Magic Mike series, which has some skin in it, and the lady next to her tapped her on the shoulder and handed her a note saying, "Hey, you're sinning. I can help you repent if you'd like."
I think my wife would probably lean in on that one.
Your wife, right? Hey, what are you watching over here?
Hey, what are you watching?
All right, let's talk about what you got coming up. WTMJ now kicks off our hours-long coverage and partnership with Capco as they do the Kids to Kids toy drive. What's all happening up by you there?
It is amazing. It's already like a winter wonderland, holiday wonderland. They got toys everywhere, and Capco's they're the experts at this, and they've already got. I came up this morning in their driveway, and there was already big bins of toys that people had dropped off yesterday. Of course, it commences today with you can drop off toys. Tomorrow they have their big toy drive all day here on Badger Drive up in Grafton. It is spectacular. You would not believe, as I'm sitting in their performance center, how many thousands of toys are already here. Decorations. We're getting set up for our live broadcast today. I'm going to be joined by Bill McCosha and Joe Zepecki for our Political Power Hour. But they're the experts, and it's really simple. Just go to WTMJ.com, click on the banner. It'll take you to the donation site. You can certainly drop off a toy in Grafton. It's an easy drop-off. They've set it up perfectly. As I said, they are the experts. It's the best way to brighten someone's holiday, and I'm a big fan of this, and I have been for many, many years, and they've been doing it forever. This is an easy way to donate, and I always say pay it forward. Well, pay it forward to those kids who need a little help, need a little something to brighten their Christmases. I absolutely love this event.
Well, I look forward to your show. Wagner's going to be out there as well. Wisconsin's afternoon news through the day. It's the Capco Kids to Kids toy drive right here on WTMJ. And if you want the link that Steve mentioned, you can text the word kids to the Old National Bank talk and text line 855-616-1620. We'll blast it right out to you.
While planning your next get-together for guests, serve the most awarded cheese spread in the world. Pine River Gourmet Cheese Spreads. Made with only Wisconsin Grade A cheddar and other high-quality Wisconsin dairy ingredients, Pine River features creative, bold flavors that appeal to all ages. Easily spreadable on a cracker or pretzel, it also adds a wallop of flavor to your favorite dishes. Pine River is an excellent keto-friendly protein-packed snack, perfect for your next tailgate party or charcuterie board. Find it at your local grocery store or order it today at PineRiver.com.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here, and I've got something for all you guys who have not gotten your special someone a holiday gift yet. I'm betting that's a lot of you. Let me make it super easy for you. This Christmas, Pajamagram has your back with a deluxe gift set for her. One and done, luxurious present. This particular set includes the Smooth Seduction satin nightie and robe, plus a free satin eye mask, and it's all wrapped in an elegant satin keepsake bag. You heard that right. It's 4 gifts delivered right to your door, and it's ready to go under the tree. Silky, sensuous, glides over the skin, designed to make her feel amazing, and you'll like it too, you know what I mean? The Smooth Seduction Satin gift set is your ticket to a very nice winter season. Don't wait. Get it before it sells out. You go to Pajamagram.com today, and you get the Smooth Seduction Satin nightie, robe, eye mask, and keepsake bag. That's the Smooth Seduction Satin gift set at Pajamagram. Plenty of other styles to choose from as well. Tell them Vince from WTMJ sent you to Pajamagram at Pajamagram.com. That's Pajamagram.com.
Shop Steinhofels and get a Beauty Rest mattress for just $3.99 or upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black for only $57 a month when you use Steinhofels 60-month financing and get $300 in Steinhofels cash. Shop in-store or online at Steinhofels.com.
It's 8:35. I'm Adam Roberts, and this is Wisconsin's Morning News for Friday, December 8th. Your top story, students and staff stage a walk-in in Kenosha.
I'm Debbie Lazica. We do have this broken down vehicle northbound 43 at North Avenue, still blocking the right lane. So backing things up from about Kilbourne all the way up to that point. Southbound side, slowing down from just before Hampton Avenue through the Capitol Drive area down to Burleigh. Otherwise, for the most part, everything else is looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lozga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Mild again today in your storm team forecast from meteorologist Tyler Moore. High of 56, gusty winds though today. Rain will arrive into the area late tonight, a low of 43, then a rainy Saturday, high of 49 with temps falling in the afternoon. Right now in downtown Milwaukee, we've got sunny skies and 47 degrees. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, happening this hour in Kenosha, students, staff, and supporters holding a walk-in across from Lincoln Middle School this morning. This says the school district is set to vote on Tuesday whether or not to close multiple schools in Kenosha due to a declining enrollment. Walk-in organizers say closing Lincoln would disproportionately impact low-income students as well as students of color. Back in October at a meeting for parents, community members, and the school district board, KUSD Superintendent Jeff Weiss said the district is trying to best serve the needs of their families.
We are doing this in order to continue to provide high services for all of our families. I don't want to reduce services to our families. We may need to change where we offer those.
School board president Yolanda Adams has said the board is facing a preliminary deficit of around $15 million. The sentencing of Jesse Krzyzewski delayed again after another twist in the eyedrop murder case.
Even though it means that this sentencing hearing must be adjourned.
Waukesha County Circuit Court Judge Jennifer Doro granting the motion filed by Krzyzewski's attorneys.
Motions to withdraw.
Including defense attorney Pablo Galaviz.
They looked at the filing by the state, contacted the state bar ethics. Granted by them, they said I should withdraw the case.
That filing was a 37-page letter, the prosecution says, is a set of instructions from Krzyzewski asking a friend to fake evidence. She denies writing it. Doro says she wants a thorough investigation and has scheduled a hearing for Krzyzewski in January to review the status of her new lawyers. Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
And taking a look at news about your money now, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The latest jobs report for the month of November indicates the unemployment rate in the U.S. fell to 3.7% as the economy added around 199,000 jobs in November. Despite this strong report, stocks opening lower at the opening bell today. The Dow Jones down 12 points to 36,115. The S&P 500 down 5 points to 4,580. And the Nasdaq off 48 points on the early morning to 14,299. The Annex Wealth Management Year-End Tax Planning Guide is here. Download yours at annexwealth.com. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 8:38.
Coming up, we've got cheese.
Brett Matchke, and you're due for service.
Richlawn's Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlawns.com when you're due for service.
Vince Vitrano for Great Lakes Landscape. Eric, I'm fairly particular about my yard.
You? No, right. I've never heard that before.
I enjoy doing the yard work, but even at that, there are things that I don't really enjoy doing. Cleaning out the flower beds, raking leaves, pruning stuff down. That's not fun.
This is true. You're right.
Mowing the lawn? Now that's a good time. Let me tell you.
Especially 3 times in one day.
So this fall, I actually got some help. We recruited a great partner with us here at WTMJ. It's Great Lakes Landscape. Ryan over there had a whole team of dudes out at my house for the fall cleanup. It looks great. The shrubs and flower beds, they're all clean out. They're cut down. Everything's tightened up for winter. And I know it's going to grow back strong in the spring now. We're super positioned to have a beautiful yard already. And this off-season, that's when you want to look ahead to a landscape maintenance package for 2024. Think about stuff like fertilizing. There's another thing that's not fun. You got to know what you're doing, but how much fun is that to fertilize? Mowing, good. Fertilizing, meh.
Gotcha.
Plus, you can spend just as much buying all those bags of fertilizer and putting it down yourself. Why not get Southeast Wisconsin's premier installation and maintenance company to come out and do it for you? And then they custom build a plan that's right for your lawn and for your yard. They can beautify and maintain your yard from mulch to shrubs to a lawn that's the envy of the neighborhood. I'm going to be working with Great Lakes this spring to do some of that boring stuff so I can focus on the fun stuff, the parts I enjoy. It's Great Lakes Landscape, WI.com, Great Lakes Landscape, WI.com.
Chris McLean, co-owner of DBAT Brookfield, the baseball and softball training facility, had some special criteria when choosing a document imaging resource.
I think as a business owner, you're looking for a partner that when you need them, you know they're there and they can effectively communicate any sort of issue.
You chose your document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. How have they measured up?
they've checked all the boxes and then some.
And that included a great price on a color document imaging system from James, which is still today saving DBAT Brookfield time and money.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to outsource our color printing, which can be expensive, but we can do it right here on demand, and it's been incredible value.
Chris, any advice for local companies looking for a special document imaging technology partner?
Yeah, I would say go to James Imaging.
It's easy to do. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. That's jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Hi, John McGivern here. Did you know Network Health Medicare Advantage plans start at $0 a month? And you can get the extra benefits you need, like dental, vision, over-the-counter items, and more? I know because I'm a member myself. Call 833-7-NETWORK to learn more today. Network Health Medicare Advantage plans include PPO plans with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Network Health Medicare Advantage plans depends on contract renewal.
Set your independence in motion. It starts with PACE at Community Care. The program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, also known as PACE, offers complete medical and long-term care services. A team of dedicated healthcare professionals coordinates all aspects of care to support independent living as long as possible. Learn more about a community that cares. Visit joinpacewi.com or call 833-900-PACE. That's joinpacewi.com or call 833-900-PACE.
Checking in with Debbie here at 8:42. And then, Debbie, you got to come in the studio and get in on this cheese, okay?
I'm heading in just after this report,
All right,
man.
do your job first, then come on over.
Right. Okay, some good news. Northbound 43, we had that earlier broken down vehicle at North Avenue. That has been cleared out of the way. Delays are working themselves out. They're still a little bit sticky there, but for the most part, we're doing a lot better through there. Southbound 43, just slow, right past Capitol Drive. Everything else, looking fine. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
.43 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Treat for you today in studio. Well, more a treat for us. But we'll share it with you. I've got Ian and Chauncey in here from Pine River Cheese, and they are delivering some new flavors that they're working on this year. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Yes, we're excited to be on air.
Now, the dairy's up in Manitowoc, right?
Yeah, so we're just south of Manitowoc is where our plant's located in Newton, Wisconsin, Big Newton.
Can people come out to see you? Do you have the whole store and showroom and all that stuff?
Unfortunately, we do not. So there is a store down the road. They're called Pine River Dairy. We shared the name. It's very confusing, but they have a great store. You can walk in there. They got 25-cent ice cream cones, and they sell all of our products as well.
Outstanding. So this is Pine River Cheese made right here in Wisconsin. Tell us about some of the varieties that you've brought in.
Oh, we brought quite a few here. We got 8 of our classics. We've got some of the newer ones, more popular like the Mango Habanero that's newer. Spicy beer is really growing in popularity. But port wine is our go-to number one seller. And it's at Christmas time, so cranberry cheddar.
Debbie's taking away.
Cranberry cheddar because it's Christmas as well.
Chauncey, I just tried the Mango Habanero.
Yeah.
And I said what I liked about it, like, that wouldn't have been one I would have just picked off the shelf.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want cheese. I don't want fruit.
Yeah.
But it has spice, and it's there,
yeah.
the mango, but it doesn't overpower it.
Yeah, it just really works well together. It's one of those creations as you make it, you're like, wow, this really works. And it's a little bit of a mango habanero jam that really makes it creamy as well. Breaks down the cheddar and makes it a little softer and creamier for you to get that cracker through pretty easily.
And that's an award winner,
We're
right?
in the presence of greatness.
So it is the U.S.
U.S.
champion from last year. The World Championship's coming up in March in Madison. So we're hoping to take home gold again. We've done it for about the last 12 years straight. So
is there a separate category for this spreadable cheese?
Yeah,
versus,
so there's 140 categories in the World Cheese Championship
So you're
contest.
not going up against a wheel of Gouda?
No. So they got their own category. So there's a couple different even categories within the spreadable category. So there's 3 categories that we enter, and we typically win all 3 of them every year.
How do you come up with a flavor? I mean, is it just like, oh, how about we put these
So
two
it's
together?
somebody like yourself sending us an email to our contact us and saying, hey, you guys should try this. And then me and Chauncey will sit in the office.
For real?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you get some absolute dogs? You're like, hey,
yeah, I mean, we fail more than we succeed.
We don't
I'm not gonna
need
lie.
to try that one, actually. That sounds like a bad
But we've tried everything.
Yeah.
Kimchi, wasabi, bourbon.
Yeah.
very different
coffee, cream to cocoa. Yeah.
Some dessert stuff. We do a lot of. We're working on some dessert. I can't say the name because it's it's secret right now.
Ooh,
but
top secret.
Have you ever been pleasantly surprised? Like, hey, you know what? This came out better than we thought.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's some right now in our R&D process that it's like, wow, this sweet and this heat and this. It just it's
and there's
works.
We use
works.
a lot of
It's surprising.
we do port wine and spicy beer. That's using real beer, real wine. So we have wineries and breweries that we work with and team up with that co-brand, or we make a cheese spread with their beer or their wine. So
a beer pairing sounds fantastic.
It works really well. But I was very surprised. A very popular beer, Spotted Cow, didn't come through great in the cheese spread.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Because it's too good. It wasn't enough to bring the flavor through. So there's certain ones where you think, oh man, that's got to work, and ends up not working.
Talking with the folks at Wisconsin's own Pine River Cheese. So locally, I've seen this on store shelves. Where can folks find this? Because there are a lot of spreadable cheeses out there. So if they're looking for Pine River.
So Metro Market and Pick and Save, Sendix, Piggly Wiggly, Festival. You can also buy online. We're partners with Wisconsin Cheese Mart. So their store downtown has our products, and then they also sell all of our products on their website. So you can ship it to your friends and family all over the country.
What's the origin of spreadable cheese? Is this a Wisconsin thing? I feel like it is.
Yeah, so up in our neck of the woods, it was created. Basically, a guy had a bunch of scrap cheese. He threw some wine in it, mixed it up, put it on the tavern.
Called it pub cheese.
Served it with
Pub
beer.
cheese.
It was called pub cheese, and they served it in stoneware glass crocks is kind of originally how it was served.
Yep.
And through the years, a lot more people started making cheese spread. It's become very sophisticated and technical and automated.
Does it matter what you spread it on? I mean,
so that's a very big topic.
We just got to talk about the
Will you just open up a can?
The device, we call it the device. So what device you're using depends on what flavor will determine the vessel you're going to use. So crackers, wheat thin's our number one option. It's the most sturdy cracker. It goes well with every flavor. But if you have pretzels, spicy beer, you got a tortilla chip. You want to dip the mango habanero of our pimento, or there's Townhouse crackers are a little fragile.
Well, you know what I tried recently? Townhouse has the pretzel cracker.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a great
it's
option.
got like that pretzel top. It's salty.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Spreads really nicely on there.
And, it works in recipes as well. So you've got a bowl of chili, just grab a spoonful of something, throw it in there, mix it in. Bam.
Somebody suggested a burger topping.
That too.
Just right on the top.
Is there a template that we can follow, though, for that? So if I buy the toasted onion, would I know, or could I find out what actually would be the best vessel for it?
We just talked about
this. So we do have a recipe on our website. We do have recipe ideas, but we don't have vessel or device ideas yet. So we got to work on that one. That's a new one for us.
You need to tell the judge, too, whenever you submit them, hey, the best vessel for this would be...
No, they don't use a vessel. It is just straight when they're judging.
So
they don't want anything.
When we try cheese spread, we're just using our fingers. That's just how we eat it. We don't actually use crackers because you don't want to throw off salt level. A lot of crackers have a lot of salt on them, different things that might...
So when you see the judges, when you do the submission, you're like, not that guy. Oh, man, she's tough.
We have a good reputation in the industry. They all love us. Usually it's... when we see who's the judge, we're like, all right, we got this one. It's in the bag.
Ian and Chauncey from Pine River Cheese with us this morning. Gentlemen, thank you so much. And again, that's available in stores locally. Look for the Mango Habanero, personally tested by us, the 2023 U.S. champion, world champ, with us in studio this morning. That's solid. 8:49, we're back with more right after this.
Do you check your savings account and wonder if you're even saving at all? At Town Bank, we view banking differently and actually want to see your savings grow. With our amazing new CD rates, you can now earn even more, so you can sit back and relax. Stop banking the same way, expecting different results, and start earning more. Go to townbank.us/locknewrates or visit a Town Bank branch nearest you today. Bank differently with Town Bank. Member FDIC.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
Excited for the holidays? I know I am. Hi, this is Matt Elliott from Elliott's Ace Hardware. Looking to decorate inside and outside for the holidays? We carry a great selection of lights, trees, wreaths, decorations, electrical cords, spotlights, and even cookie cutters. Need a gift? We are happy to be called the candy store for big kids. When you think anything holiday, think Elliott's Ace Hardware in Elm Grove, West Allis, Pewaukee, and Muskego.
Talk about Excel Concrete Coatings. Vince Vitrano here, family-owned company that transformed my garage. They will give your concrete surface a brand new look, feel, and function. You know, it's colder weather. This is the perfect time of year, actually, to redo a commercial space with a beautiful new coating on your concrete floor. Or like one of my buddies here at work, he got that scary old laundry room redone. Now looks like $1 million. And with Excel Concrete Coatings, the actual cost is really quite affordable. Most projects start as low as $1,500. And so Excel comes in, they'll even out the floor, they'll seal up any cracks, they smooth it all out, and then you pick the color and look of the coating that you want that goes on top, and then they seal everything tight. I'm super happy with how my garage looks. It makes me smile every day when I pull in. And I know you'll love the look of your business or home space when you invite Excel Concrete Coatings in to top it off for you. Call the owners of Excel Concrete Coatings directly. Great people. Greg and Luann will take your call. ExcelConcreteCoatings.com.
The holiday season is right around the corner. Give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Steel. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelusa.com/gift guide.
Checking in with Debbie here at 8:51.
All right, still a little bit tight northbound 43 coming out of the Marquette interchange heading up towards North Avenue. Southbound side a little slow right past Capitol Drive. And now we're seeing a few more delays on eastbound 94 coming in from about 68th Street, 76th Street, all the way through to the Stadium interchange. Hey, be our eyes on the roads. Report accidents, slowdowns, and road conditions to the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. And visit Hall Mazda during Mazda's Season of Inspiration. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
$8.52, Greg Pancake Hill produces this year program. He got that nickname because he used to work at the Pancake House on the South Side. You know, we got a lot of ideas every week for the show. Some of them make it in. Some of them we ask Greg to whip up a little something with the leftovers. We're squeezing in a pancake breakfast special.
What about breakfast?
We've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
You know what my favorite thing about the tease is that, like, oh, hey, we have some stuff that we tossed around that didn't make it into the show, and you guys have absolutely no idea what's coming right now.
Right.
Time Magazine named their Person of the Year earlier this week. Now, we've discussed there's criteria, but it definitely doesn't have to be positive. So that allows for all sorts of debate and discussion on who should claim the cover of Time Magazine and the title for Person of the Year. But what about the names that have never been considered? I think maybe they should get their day of exposure. You know, maybe they're not considered because they're just flat out annoying and off-putting. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to lock down the most annoying person of 2023. Now, this topic is up for interpretation, and instead of my opinions tainting the competition, it'll be you all who decide the most annoying person of the year. The format will be simple. It's all about matchups. Two will enter, one will move on to the next round. Single elimination tournament, if you will. At the end, we will all decide who's the most annoying person of 2023.
Pancake's most annoying person of the year.
I mean, you can attach my name onto it, but here we go. Oh, by the way, before we get started, a true thing of the year fashion. Some of these choices are not people, but if Merriam-Webster can contemplate X as being the word of the year, not a word, it's a letter, then I can have some wiggle room too. All right, our first matchup is cheesy State Farm ads.
This entire season boils down to one word.
Bundle home and auto.
But that's 4 words.
Not if you bundle them.
Oh my God, I just can't. It's so much. Versus artificial intelligence.
If my intelligence is artificial, then why am I more annoying than you?
So who moves on to the next round?
So which one's more annoying? I don't know.
Yes.
You love those commercials.
I love the State Farm commercials, so it's got to be AI.
This one's, oh, man.
I'll rewind them.
AI is annoying? So how are we going to tie break this? Because I think we're on separate ends of this one.
Debbie.
AI.
All right, AI moves on. See how simple that is. All right, is it AI or the person who clicked on a phishing email and now the whole office has to take cybersecurity training?
The latter.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
Everybody agrees on that one.
Is it? All right, the person who clicked on the phishing email and now the whole office has to take cybersecurity training moves on, and they go up against, oh, look who it is. It's Elon Musk.
Go yourself.
Who is more annoying?
I don't know if anything beats Musk being annoying. He kind of is all over the place.
I don't know. Fishing is very annoying.
I'm with Debbie.
Oh,
that's
so
a
the
big
fishing
problem.
moves on. The first upset of the tournament. Not quite a 16 taken down a 1, but it's pretty close. That's a double digit versus
We
a
must
single
get a
digit.
bye for 3 rounds there.
All right, so fishing email guy or the beanbag sitter at work.
At 12 o'clock, I get some more caffeine and just spend the afternoon doing some more work. I like to de-stress at the end of the day, and today I booked a massage appointment, so I have that for an hour and then go home at 5:30.
Big life update. I got laid off yesterday.
Oh, boy.
This one's hard.
You want to end
very
this now?
difficult.
Nothing beats beanbag sitter at work. Nothing.
I want names. Name names.
Yeah, go for it. All right, so beanbag sitter works, and all
I'll go
those
with
who are
beanbag
associated
sitter.
with it can move on. And
There are variations of the beanbag
the
sitter.
next round of the beanbag sitter, also a workplace annoyance, the reply all email guy. Who wins in the most annoying competition of 2023? The beanbag sitter at work or the reply all?
So
That should have been
guy?
bundled
Well, I will say
with
this
the
about,
fishing one.
Well done.
about the reply all person, though. Like, that's been a problem for a decade. So I don't know. Is that still a fresh 2023 issue?
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
I might go beanbag.
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 Beanbag moves on to the final round. Who is the final round of the beanbag guy? They go up against, oh, of course, it's Taylor Swift. Who else would it be? Who else could it be? Is it beanbag sitter or is it Taylor Swift?
I came around on T Swift. I found her interesting.
Beanbag is annoying.
Man, I'm
So
on
the
that.
tiebreaker.
Beanbag
No,
is
I'm with
annoying.
beanbag sitter being most
No,
annoying.
but I haven't
Oh.
said. Well,
I'm not annoyed
beanbag.
by T Swift.
No, me either.
I'm happy for
Oh,
her.
all right. Well, then it doesn't really matter what I say. I don't know. I'm starting to get a little bit of Swift fatigue. Starting to get the
Fatigue,
Swift
yes.
fatigue. Yeah.
Not annoyed yet.
Good thing there's still a month left of the year. So as you all contemplate who wins the title of most annoying person of 2023, I and us here at Wisconsin's Morning News bid you a wonderful holiday season and a happy, not so annoying 2024.
Changing question. Are you keeping as much of your investment gains as possible? High taxes can erode returns quickly, so you need a tax-optimized portfolio. At Creative Planning, our money managers and specialists work together to make sure your portfolio and wealth are managed in a tax-efficient manner. It's what you keep that really matters. Why not give your wealth a second look? Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
How about a gift you can unwrap now but pay for later? Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin will come in and replace your leaky windows and doors while you put no money down, make no payments with no interest for 18 months. That's money that stays in your pocket